Studios are powered by San Antonio Metro Health. Asthma Awareness Month is a reminder from Metro Health. Know your triggers, work your plan, and don't let asthma keep you out of the game. Go Spurs Go!
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, there was no joy on Military last night as the Spurs fell in Game 5, 127-114. It was a lackluster performance at best. The Spurs were led in scoring by Julian Champagne. He had 22 points. Shot 50% from 3. Wemby had 20 points, 0 from 5 from 3. Lackluster, flat-footed is no way to go through life, son. They'll look to bounce back at home Thursday night, 7:30 tip at the Frost. The Texas Rangers beat the Houston Astros last night 10-7. Jake Leiter takes his second win of the season. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Hey. Is this on?
Check, check.
Well, more like,
Hello?
Can people hear us?
Are you out there? People of Earth, I address thee.
Because we can't see you on our YouTube channel because we don't have internet.
We don't have the internet. We don't have the air conditioning.
So we're really going to show off our sports and
We don't even have the Latino station down the hallway.
they can't even help. We can't hear you either.
You know, we can't. Your Vic's mic's broken.
Vic's mic's broken. We don't have air conditioning.
Vic's like,
What's going on in there? There we go. No, that's not it.
No, Vic, I don't know.
So those that hang with us, you're ride or die.
Oh my,
You'll ride or die.
You know, this show is going to go about how the Spurs game went last night.
Tired, lackluster,
nothing going our way,
and every now and then a brief flare up of anger and slamming, and then we'll just slink off. Home.
Yeah. So, I listen. Times are hard. Times are hard.
Well, it's only 84 today.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you want to do an over/under? Do you want to do a less than, more than? You think it'll hit 90 before the end of the show?
I do feel like we're rising. I
think we hit 90 yesterday.
Yeah. Well, we start at 90 yesterday.
We started at 90, then we dipped, and then I think we got back. And then I don't know how bad it was on Friday because I missed that one, but it looked pretty bad.
It was not. Now, let me read a little something here to you. This is from our fearless leader.
Did you get that email too last night?
Yes.
Dude. So,
hi team. First, thank you, all capitals, you, for all bearing with us.
See, I thought she was just thanking me, but it evidently
this went to everybody.
I thought I suffered more than most.
As we work through last week's system outage, which is now mainly affecting HVAC in the studios. Our team is working closely with our contractor and is gaining ground on a permanent fix. Cool air incoming.
Not today. I read that and I thought, well, that means nothing tomorrow.
First of all,
there won't be any fix to mañana.
Is there any world where we believe there is a permanent fix incoming?
Well, okay, so AJ, there's a little backstory here that I picked up once I got here.
Like through history.
No. So there's something more that you need to know. So what Vic has found out, and Vic, you can, if your microphone works, you can chime in, but if you can't, I'll tell the story. So I get here today, and so evidently, it's not an air conditioning problem. This is a matter of
well, it sure feels like one.
Well, I'll tell you how this happened. This is a matter of allocation of resources.
Okay.
So what evidently happened was our building, when we had this massive leak, was struck by lightning. And when the lightning struck, it hit a particular surge, a particular set of wires that was like the higher voltage, like like on our house for the dryer.
When are we talking about this happening? When did this? Years ago?
No, this is the lightning strike just the other day that began all of this. When they had the flood and the water.
Lightning hit our building.
Yes, hit our building and evidently
our
created
building
a hole.
that sits in the middle of an antenna farm.
Well,
somehow,
it might have hit someplace else, and we got the surge from it.
Okay.
But whatever happened blew in the ceiling. So what they had to do was immediately move the power that was going to the air conditioners out here to our transmitter. Am I right here, Vic? I'm just waving me so far. So what they did was they moved the power to the transmitters, which or to our server room, which is really the heart of our station. And in so doing, something happened with the air conditioner. They froze up or whatever, so they had the leak. And then they came back. So the real air conditioning problem is not over us. Never has been. It was over there. So they fixed the sales floor, which, by the way, is a very comfortable 68 degrees.
Oh, man.
That email that she wrote to us,
she wrote
coming
from a very
degrees.
cool place.
And I'm not mad at her.
No.
I mean, but here's where we sit. So once they reallocated the electricity to places that matter to them, which did not include us, now the permanent fix will be that we're not going to be on the same circuit that requires the extra junk. We're going to be on a different circuit. So if something blows again, we'll be treated almost as nice as the salespeople. So one day.
What is going on? What's that, Vic's?
I don't know what's going on in there. So he's lost his mic.
Hello.
Oh, wait,
Hey, I can hear you, Vic.
I think you're back.
Can you hear me?
Well,
Yeah.
Distantly.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, crank yourself up a little bit
Sounds
there.
like you're coming to us from a cave. So, no, it's not broken.
Well,
It's willfully stopped.
okay, I was going to say, but it doesn't work, or it's not
No,
working.
it's not working. But by the rumor that I have, the scuttlebutt, that this was just an allocation of resources, and we're the poor step kids standing in the
Hello.
Hey, Vic.
there we are.
Okay.
Did I get that right? Was I mostly
pretty
right
much.
there?
Yeah, pretty much. Just they had. If you notice, there's no power in the kitchen also for the vending machines. So.
Only the Coke machine.
Well, there's no Wi-Fi, and those things require Wi-Fi to
Right.
take
Well, there's
payment.
no power to it, so they pull power from that as well. It's off.
Oh.
So like our studio
Oh.
and Vic's production studio, and all the talent, quite frankly, we get to sweat it out.
Yeah. Well, and at least we wore shorts today. I'm going to wear shorts for the foreseeable future. I'm done with the rule of wearing collared shirts to work.
You gonna go Pat McAfee?
I am. I might start doing the show topless. I mean, we got to make changes around here, Bubba. Like things.
I want you to do that.
We got to.
I want you to do the show.
Survive in advance, Rob. Survive.
I want you to do that.
Advance.
Speaking of survive in advance, and I hope we have time to get it after we bitch about the Spurs all day long. This whole 2014 playoff thing I'm finding very interesting. And hearing the people that are coming out for it and against it, it's an interesting – there are people on sides I didn't expect.
Which side did you expect me to be on?
Well, I know what side you're on. but those that you would have thought would have felt, the tradition of, conference and regular season. Nah, there's a bunch of brothers out there like, nah, I want access. I want to ensure that conference titles don't feed the bulldog anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to play a conference title. I want to go right to the playoff. I want a chance to win, and I want a chance to go if I'm the 24th best team in the country.
Yeah.
It is the guys that are coming out and saying that. You go, I can't believe that coach just said that.
Well, every Big Ten coach is saying that. And
Well,
every Big Ten coach, the big worry for the Big Ten right now is that
it's SEC coaches too that are shocking.
I know, but the Big Ten is trying to keep up with the SEC. Everybody else is trying to keep up with the Big Ten and the SEC. Like they've already fallen behind. The Big Ten is worried they're going to fall back to the secondary pack instead of keep up with the SEC. Everybody's scrambling. I don't know. I don't understand how this is the fix.
Well, then the SEC in a one-upsmanship from what you were just talking about. So okay, you guys feel the same way about that. How about let's start fixing these transfer rules? And then Purdue, and then the Big Ten people go, well, wait a minute. Oh, hey, whoa. How are we going to get better unless we don't get your transfers?
Wow. Yeah, we'll get into that in detail.
Well, we're so far down the road, but I just found it very interesting hearing all these guys getting interviewed. And I go, like the Tennessee coach, I was like, dude, really? The old school SEC and the old school Big Ten ones, not the new bloods, but the old school. I'm surprised at how many of them just don't give a crap about the conference title. Because most of them would never play for it, quite frankly. Most of the ones that don't care would never play for it. But even Kirby Smart's kind of like, I don't care.
No, I don't think he does care. But I also think Kirby Smart, like if you're at Georgia or Alabama, you're not worried about adding teams to the playoffs because if it stays at 12, you're going to be in most years anyway.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you'd like to think that, and I'm sure they expect that. But just the very idea that they're so willing to just kind of casually get rid of what has essentially been as big a crown as any, the SEC championship game. In a lot of eyes, there's a lot of people living down in the south part of Alabama would rather have the SEC title than the national title. You know, if you pick one to lose, they'd rather lose the national title game. You know, instead of the very idea that they're running from fans. I mean, the fans that are sitting in the stands like you go, we'd rather see, regular season matter. Let's go win a championship, and everything after that's just gravy. No, that's flip-flop. That's over.
Well, I am kind of with him on that because I don't like I don't care, and maybe it's because I don't have like a team that I care about. Conference championships they mean nothing to
and
me.
I also
go win a big trophy.
Well, some of it I also completely discount anything that Texas or Sark or Elko or OU coach. I was going to say Stoopsy, but whoever is there, no new teams has a right to bitch about no conference title or not caring about it because it didn't matter to you. You just got here, you know. But when the Alabamas and the Auburns and the old school SEC go, it doesn't matter to me either. Wow, how times have changed.
Yep. All right. Well, when we come back, we've got to decide if this is a funeral show for the Spurs or not.
Start the band, man. I'm going to do third line.
If they're going to sit up like the Undertaker out of the casket and grab Oklahoma City by the throat. But it sure kind of feels like we can start playing taps after last night.
What's your rebound for a hard night out? Like when you were in the military. And you knew, like, tomorrow morning we're rucking 15 miles, but tonight we party. And when you woke up the next morning, was there like the prescription is 2 bottles of Pedialyte, 3 Red Bulls, and a something, and that'll get me there.
Yeah,
done.
Yeah,
and you got 36
literally
hours.
Chug Pedialyte.
What do you do, man?
When you chug Pedialyte, you have to understand that once you get going, you're going to throw that Pedialyte up.
But at least you'll have the electrolytes.
You'll have soaked some of it in.
Well, maybe we send cases of Pedialyte to the Spurs homes today because they need it.
I thought you were talking about us for dealing with this.
Well, that's our. I think that would. I like Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, we're in real trouble here. Rob and I are in real danger. Real imminent danger.
And that's just from the Newsies down around the corner.
Yes. All right, we'll talk about the Spurs last night. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. On I-10 eastbound, still closed between Hildebrand and Woodlawn. Earlier this morning, a very serious accident. So we've got a closure. Traffic stop from Vance Jackson, 15-minute delay. They're still forcing traffic to exit onto the frontage road. There'll be a police investigation. So Fredericksburg Road is still a good alternate route. 35 on the frontage road, northbound, southbound, between Splashtown to Benzengelman, closed due to flooding at Salado Creek. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
It's Military Appreciation Month at North Park Chevy. Service members get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $15,000 off MSRP. Drive the 2026 Colorado with 0 payments for 90 days. Or take home a 2026 Equinox LT for $26,359 with 2.9% financing. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes off Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Man.
Hump day?
You sure it's that?
Hump day?
Feels like Monday to me. That's my recommendation as well.
Yeah.
Just put them on and ease your way through the day.
Hi, Wednesday. How are you going to treat me today?
Hey! Come on, man.
We'll start it on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I wonder how Vic's being treated in there. Oh, we don't know because his microphone's
He cannot communicate
now
with
permanently broken.
He has to act like he's a platoon leader and give us hand signals.
Yeah, he has to talk through a can and a string.
No, I'm like on the flight deck.
Coming to you.
Roger that.
From the flight deck. The USS Enterprise. Vic's the green. Who are on the flight deck? Is that green shirts, purple shirts? All the different shirts.
Yeah, dude, you're asking him a question. He can't answer.
You can't even answer. Give me a hand signal. Semaphore.
So now, so far, we've got no air conditioning, no Wi-Fi, and now Victor has no microphone.
We cannot communicate with our producer.
Oh, and we're out of toilet paper.
And what?
Come on!
And the vending machines don't work.
And that doesn't work either.
And I'm out of gas.
The sad thing
is, I can't get my mean bean today.
The vending machine,
$20.
But we use the vending machine to pay for the warranty on the microphones.
I know. What a disaster. All right. Well, it's a disaster all over San Antonio. 127-114, Oklahoma City. This was the only way to put it is this was an awful showing by the Spurs. Like, there's no there are you can point to a couple moments where the referees didn't give us a fair shake or whatever. I mean, this was an ass whooping. The referees couldn't. Couldn't change the outcome of this game because the Spurs were exhausted and the Thunder were not. And this was the first time where I've gone like, oh man, like I it's funny. Before last night, Rob, I've been saying this since 3-4 weeks into the season when they started so well. I was like, remember the play.
It's not just you saying that, dude. I mean, everybody said it. You don't get to do it your first time.
But what I'm saying is, yesterday was the first, the last couple days were the first that I've been like, maybe I was wrong.
Well, I think a lot of us saw that, but there is that moment, and it's probably right about then, where you don't realize, and I think probably a lot of fans started to feel it yesterday too, the grueling schedule. where it's every other day. You've got to be at 105% every other day.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday, even the fans woke up and went, man, I got to go back at this. I've been hitting it pretty hard for the last week, and here we are again. And it kind of felt like everybody's trying to rev their engine up. Yeah, you're right. We got to do this. Let's fire up. Spurs looked like they wanted to. I mean, they came out. They looked like they were excited, and then they were running in quicksand. And the moment you could see Wemby was flat-footed. 5 minutes into the game, he's not getting back. And they hit the wall physically and mentally. And in the playoffs, the fortune favors the bold. If you're the aggressor, you always get the break. Always, always, always. And that goes to whether you're bitching about foul calls, whether you're bitching about 50-50 balls or made free throws. You want to make free throws? Go get the free throws. It's just, and that's the combination of ignorance and absolute exhaustion last night. Just turned into one of the ugliest playoff performances that you can offer. There was no there.
Your two best players, Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox, had identical 4 of 15 shooting nights. That's, for you math whizzes out there, that's 27% from the field for your two best guys.
0 for 5 from 3. And there's reasons and excuses for everything, and this is the classic example. I think the excuse goes to De'Aaron. He's crippled, man. That dude is playing on one leg. So he gets the excuse. You have an excuse, brother. You're hurt. You're giving me all you got. And in that fourth quarter, he was trying so hard to get him going. He wanted to. Just physically, he can't get off the ground. And then there's a reason. Vic, you are the reason. Now, sometimes it's not your fault you're the reason, but you don't have an excuse. You were just freaking exhausted. But both you and all those other dudes, you are now in uncharted waters. You guys were now Christopher Columbus last night. You were going places you have never been before. And you could tell that they were just flat out of mental gas, out of physical gas. And, the good news was they were so sloppy, it caused OKC to be pretty damn sloppy.
Yeah.
So it made the game just close enough to where you felt like if you'll just press the gas a little bit, you might make this something kind of interesting. But OKC clumsied along too, but it was just because they didn't have to do much.
No.
I think the score was not indicative of how badly the Spurs got beaten. That felt like a 40-point loss, not 13. And when it hit 20, I was like, oh, well, at least we're still within 20. I mean, it could be a lot worse by what I'm seeing. I don't know how you rebound from that. I hope this was the kind of lesson that in July and August and September, every one of those guys wakes up and remembers what it felt like to be utterly exhausted and not have the strength or anything to do anything about it, not to be able to react. There's just nothing left.
The biggest problem, I think, is what we saw last night wasn't even the best version of OKC.
No, we made them ugly.
The Spurs are getting the guys that are beating the Spurs are Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, and Cason Wallace. Those are the guys that are outplaying the Spurs, really. And
title teams, the others play great. I mean, that's just how title teams do it. And when Caruso quadruples his output in the playoffs from the regular season, that's what happens with title teams. That's what happens when champions show up.
And I know, everybody hates Chet. Chet had a game last night where he's been like, all right, I think what it really was Chet saw that Wemby was tired.
Exhausted,
yeah, and he's like, okay, now I can play a little bit.
Took like 4 of the first 6 shots. They saw it right outright. Like, he's not moving. Feed me.
Yeah, and Wemby was not closing out on things the way he normally does. The strategy that worked so well in Game 4 of basically just attaching Steph to Shea's hip and then making sure not having to double him. That went out the window,
that's
and part of it.
Entire segment, man. What? That's where we've been so careful not to get mad at Mitch. I have been. I've been very careful to not get mad or upset with some of the things that have happened. That was a strategic error last night.
To Mitch's defense,
well, I should say Sean.
In Game 4, Steph was playing tough defense, not sloppy defense. And last night he was sloppy. He was there were stupid fouls.
I don't care. You play through it because what you did is you allowed the others yet again to come in and beat you. You made McCain an Oklahoma hero.
Yeah.
The fix is, okay, It's okay if Shea gets his. It's okay. It's okay. You can't let everybody else do it. And when you've got three dudes, when McCain is closing the game out, that's your fault, man. That is not on Oklahoma City. That's you. You did this. You allowed this kid to get hot who would have gone the other direction if you'd have leaned on him. I'm telling you. But he got the flow of the game. You let him wide open. Before you know it, he's hit 3 threes and looks like the second coming. And he's the third string guard.
Yeah. Yeah. It should not be happening. But listen, this is what we talked about, going through lessons like this, and the Spurs are going through it right now. We'll continue to talk about last night's disaster in Oklahoma City. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. On I-10 eastbound, still closed between Hildebrand and Woodlawn. Earlier this morning, a very serious accident. So we've got a closure. Traffic stop from Vance Jackson, 15-minute delay. They're still forcing traffic to exit onto the frontage road. There'll be a police investigation. So Fredericksburg Road is still a good alternate route. 35 on the frontage road, northbound, southbound, between Splashtown to Ben Zengelman, closed due to flooding at Salado Creek. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it, or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
If your neighborhood was hit with recent rain, let Stevens Roofing check your roof before small issues turn into costly repairs. Storms can damage roofing materials long before you notice a leak. Stevens Roofing is locally owned, provides honest inspections, quality workmanship, and helps guide you through the insurance process. Don't wait for expensive interior damage. Call Stevens Roofing today, 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994, or visit stevensroofing.net.
Texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Term supply available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Children want and need to be active. Sometimes everyday activities can be difficult for children with asthma. May is Asthma Awareness Month. The City of San Antonio Metro Health's SA Kids Breathe program is here to help. This free program offers education to better understand and control your child's asthma. If you have a child with asthma between the ages of 3 and 17 and live in Bexar County, call 210-207-7282 or visit sa.gov/help.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, all the reaction to a crucial Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals.
We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and now turn our attention to the must-win Game 6.
It's going to be fun. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I thought Vic was playing Funeral Bells for a minute. Dun, dun, dun.
You have to learn sign language like Carter Bryant learned. You have to give us the hand signals.
Yeah.
First skin, we go to break. What was your steel sign? Two on the elbow?
It was
one to the nose, one to the ear?
Across the belt, and then
across
to my
the belt
ear.
to the ear?
Yeah. If I do ear without crossing the belt, there's no go.
Did you have a call-off, like second skin call-off the first sign?
Yeah.
Did you have all that stuff?
Mine was, if it was call off the first sign, it was just.
See, that's the best thing about baseball. I'd had my own particular signs.
Well, you got to
I had little interpretive dances.
You got to remember, kids are stupid.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you got to make it simple
that.
for them. You got to make it simple for these kids. The Spurs 127-114 L last night in Oklahoma City. This was the first time that it felt like they weren't in the game at all. Quite frankly, it felt like a bizarro version of Game 4. It's like just like Oklahoma City had no business in Game 4. Like they were never going to win that game. Spurs were never going to win Game 5.
Yeah, but the difference being Spurs played pretty well. Oklahoma City didn't play good last night. I mean, the Spurs played about as good as they could in Game 4. That was a beatdown.
That's true.
You know what I mean? The Spurs, they tuned it up, and I think they spent all their credit. I think they used all their money the night before. I think sometimes you ever play golf with a truly terrible golfer like me. Normally when I play golf with three other dudes, there's always one guy that's really good.
Yeah.
One guy that's trying to be good, that can shoot a 90 and be, aiming for 89. And then when I show up, everybody immediately adds 5 strokes because there's something about me being left-handed and terrible just rubs off on everybody I play with. So, and I think last night the Spurs were so awkward and off time and they just weren't in it that it threw Oklahoma City off too. They gave every opportunity for the Spurs to get back into it. They had committed dumb fouls. They were sloppy. They had a bunch of turnovers, and some of it was, the Spurs gave it all they had, but it just turned into a slog. Like everybody's tired and cranky, and nobody can hit shots in any consistent way.
Maybe the AC was out in the building.
Well, that tends to kind of throw off your game. That's just not the way you want to see a Western Conference game played. And it's squarely because the Spurs had never been there before. They brain fog. They weren't reacting. They were slow off anything. Did they win a timeout? Did they come out and execute a single play?
It felt like
after
never.
a dead ball. I didn't see any of that.
It really felt like they never did.
So it was just you're behind the 8 ball, dude, and that's the inexperience. They just don't know how to get out from behind it. They just couldn't ever get their right way because Oklahoma City's good enough to stop any kind of run. They just weren't good enough to kind of they just weren't playing well enough to put any kind of separation. Well, I say that. They did go down by about 20 points more than once in the second half, but Spurs kept kind of dribbling back into it, little things, and it wasn't like Oklahoma City was great. The Spurs were just so bad. I don't know how you react to it. Do you address the problems over the next 24 hours, or do you act like that didn't happen, man? I don't even want to think about it.
I think you obviously want to try to wipe it clean from these guys' brains, but that's the other thing about being youthful is the youthful mind will hold on to that for a little bit longer than the old vet who is willing to just let it roll off his back.
And I haven't – and, yeah, you're right. I hope so. Ignorance is bliss. I haven't seen enough of the film to try to figure out why the Spurs didn't do again what they did in Game 4. Why? And I know that Steph got into some early foul trouble. He had, 2 fouls in the first quarter. And I know that throws you off. But I wouldn't have left the strategy. I'd have just changed the dude. I would have kept going on that. And I know that might be, 20/20 hindsight, but it had already worked.
Well,
and I don't know why they jumped out of it. And there might be a film reason why, the Oklahoma City might have just, schemed their way out of it. I don't know enough. The game ended so late. But my big question today is, why didn't we react defensively when what we thought was going to work didn't?
Let's rewind to last year when Wemby was obviously the best defender on the team, but who was the best on ball / perimeter defender on the team last season?
I would put it at Steph.
To me it's Harrison Barnes. And the fact has Harrison Barnes fallen so far that you can't put him on the floor for more than 4 minutes?
Defensively, I think he has.
Well, then he shouldn't even be on this team.
I think we're seeing a swan song. There's no there. There's nobody coming off to help.
And that's it. That was the difference last night. And Keldon came off the bench and gave a little bit of a spark.
Some hustle work. It wasn't precise work by any stretch.
He was also a foul machine too.
Yeah.
But you see the Oklahoma City bench and the energy that comes off that bench. And Caruso's the easy one to point at. But Kenrick Williams and Cason Wallace, who I'm telling you, Cason Wallace is one of the most underrated players in the league. And you'll see his stat line. I think he had 7 or 8 points. It wasn't the scoring. It's what he does on the defensive end. It's what he changes the game just by being out there. His plus minus last night, I got to look it up. I think it was 30. Plus 29 for Cason Wallace last night in 31 minutes. To lead all players in the game. Like, the energy that their guys off the bench bring, the Spurs just had none of that.
They had no bench. How much knowing how badly De'Aaron played because of his ankle? He provided a little bit of spark, and at least, to their credit, we got beat by 13, 14 points. We did give up 120+, and we never win a game when we do that. But they only turned the ball over like 15 times, so it wasn't a turnover issue. 15 times is bad, but against OKC.
They won the turnover battle.
Yeah, but against OKC, that's pretty good, and you still got beat. And that tells me your offense was flat, that guys were dominating on the ball, taking 15 seconds and all that. But De'Aaron Fox, while the effort is there and the 1-2 was there, I think the net was a negative. I'd almost let Jordan be in there, but just because
you can't do that.
Dude, I don't know where to go with this thing.
I think that part of the problem was the guy who you would have liked to see getting those minutes, Dylan Harper, was also pretty bad last night.
Yeah.
He, quite frankly, and again, that's another guy who's played more games this season than he's ever played. He's out of gas too. Carter Bryant. How many minutes did Carter Bryant play last night? Like 4 or 5?
He had some key minutes, but again, he's a sporadic in and out kind of dude. There's no trust there.
But especially when you're the walking wounded like that, you can't give him more than 5 minutes.
I will continue to question why he doesn't play more. And obviously, there is a long-term objective here, and the playoffs right now are just part of this process because they have not wavered one bit. Doesn't matter how good he plays or how badly he plays, his minutes have remained exactly the same.
Yeah, and I get it. Champagny was hot in the first few minutes of the game. But then he got in foul trouble, and once he picked up I think it was his 3rd foul in the first half, and they were like, well, they're going to sit him, and they just said, nope, stay out there. And I was like, what?
His aggression was gone at that point. He lost the edge because he couldn't play defense.
And then there was a play that got overturned where it looked like Champagny shoved, and it turned out that Chet pushed Champagny into him, and they overturned it. And then literally the next play, Champagny goes down under the basket.
An open court.
And shoves Shea in the back, like blatantly, both arms fully extended, knocks him down, and gets his fourth foul there. It's almost like he was trying to foul out. He was like, oh, they didn't give me this last one. Let me get it here. Boom. There were mind-boggling decisions by these guys that they're counting on.
What Vince Lombardi, I had to look it up, make sure I attributed it. Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact.
That was a tired basketball team that lashed out at the wrong time. You're allowed this because we know that this is part of the growth. It's kind of like when you give your 16-year-old kid, he's got his driver's license and he's got a car. Guess what? He's going to dent that car. He's going to come home in the next 6 months, and the car's going to be dented. And if it doesn't, it's a miracle. So for the Spurs to get out of the Western Conference Finals into the finals would have been a 16-year-old keeping a car pristine for 6 months. It just doesn't happen.
Yep.
And last night was the prime example. It's not one guy's fault. It's all of their fault. Everybody's tired. Everybody became a coward because the fatigue, both mental and physical, hit them. Some earlier and later, but by the end of the game, every one of those guys was sucking wind and ready to get on a plane.
And Victor Wembanyama, who before last night, this series has been like everything I would have wanted Wemby to be, where he's like, I'm not a three-point shooter. I'm just going to take the ball and I'm going to dominate you. And then last night, I think fatigue is why.
It was. I'm stand out here. It's easier.
Yeah, it doesn't take as much energy. And, Wemby going 0 for 5 from 3, and it was like, dude, why are you still doing this? Like,
well,
if you don't want to go in the paint, just give it to someone else,
please. And some of it is, hey man, I got to get back on defense. Well, I know that, but if you're so tired you can't run that extra 20 feet to get back on defense, you can't be on my court. Suck some wind, come back. I'll get you back in 2 minutes, but you're a liability on both sides of the court instead of just one when you're taking threes and you're 0 for 5 and you're not getting back.
And every time there felt like, okay, maybe there's a run here, the Spurs would do something to kill it. And it was like late in the fourth, they had cut it to 8 in a game where it felt like it was a blow, and then immediately turned it over.
He hit a shot, we cut it to 8, and immediately come out. No, it was a foul on the inbound. Immediate foul on the inbound.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one, Vassell hits a big 3 and gets fouled, and it's like, oh, there's some momentum. Misses the free throw, and it's like, dude, every time it felt like the ball was rolling for the Spurs, it was like Lucy pulling the ball away from Charlie Brown, and the Spurs flip head over heels and land on their ass.
Well, let's hope that was the teaching moment. This is the moment where the Spurs went from one kind of team to another. Now, unfortunately, that other team we're not going to get to see till next year.
Well,
you know what I mean? There's the 24-hour turn. Now, the crowd's going to give them some pepper, and I think they're going to win tomorrow night. And I think they're going to get some help. I think it'll be called a lot like it was here. I think the league and the world wants a Game 7. But if you expect the Spurs to go out and beat them twice, that's just a monumental ask.
Yeah.
Monumental ask. And I'm going to throw one thing out there again, Spurs fans. They did that without their second best player and their fourth best player.
Yeah,
last night.
Those guys weren't
even there. They were just sitting and watching. And I expect Jay will be back the next time they're in Oklahoma City.
Although I will say, I mean, De'Aaron Fox is on the floor. That's not De'Aaron Fox.
No, I mean, there's not enough time to get well.
No.
This is the other part of this grind is it's just enough time to get well enough to go back out and hurt it again.
And it's like I'd say, okay, if you can't contribute appropriately, maybe you're better off sitting. But we've seen what it's like when he's not out there, and then it's
20 turnovers in 2 games.
Yeah,
for Steph.
You can't have that. So I give him some credit for going out there.
I'm not mad at
doing
him,
his best, but man, it's just things are the wheels are coming off.
You forget how it ends.
Yeah,
you do. You forget how ignominious the end really is. It's so rarely do you lose on a last-second shot at the end of Game 7. Normally, it
is rare.
Slow attrition where you're finally by the end, you're kind of like, pull the plug. I'm done. I can't breathe anymore. And this kind of feels like we're getting to the hospice side of things. Like, yeah, we're going to let you live out the rest of your life in relative comfort.
Yeah,
but it's over.
It kind of feels that way. Somebody said I'm trying my best to keep up with the live chat on my cellular device. That is not ideal. But somebody said the other bigs have to get some play because Cornette's not doing anything. Trust me, as bad as Luke Cornette looks, I promise you, Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo are way worse. Kelly Olynyk is way worse.
Did you notice at the end of the game, he had all 3 of them in the game?
Yes.
Like, are you trying to start a fight?
I think it's like the 3rd time they've done it in this series. Like, anytime it's a blowout, they put all 3 of those guys out at once.
What the? Okay. All the bigs, get in there. Let's see what can happen.
Yeah, you big slugs, get out there.
Mason, bring it up court.
You big dummies. Go out. But, yeah, Luke Cornette, as good as he was early in the season when Wemby was banged up, he's been a phantom
We
as well.
bought a used car that had a 10,000-mile warranty, and at 11,000 miles, we figured out why the car was available. We know who Luke Cornett is now. From now on, we know exactly who Luke is. I'm proud to have him. I want him to be a Spur. I don't want him to go anywhere, but I know where his weaknesses is.
Yep.
And I'm sure the Spurs now know what actually needs to be addressed.
Well,
but I'm not going to hate on Luke. We know exactly why Boston said, "Yeah, you can have him."
Yeah,
we're not going to double down.
All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up the first hour. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
If you're exhausted with no energy and no sex drive, it may be time to head to Synergenics. 1 in 4 men has low testosterone. 80% of women experience hormonal imbalance. At Synergenics, book a free testosterone test to see if you qualify for TRT customized to your body by expert providers. They're offering $200 off women's hormone testing. New female patients can pay just their insurance copay or $99 flat for a full hormone evaluation. Head to feelgreatlookgreat.com. That's feelgreatlookgreat.com.
Upgrade your truck without breaking the bank at NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Buy the Rough Country 3-panel hard-folding truck bed cover starting at $6.99. Get weather protection, added security, and durability for all of life's gear. A sleek upgrade custom look for just $6.99 is a quick install away. With NAW and Rough Country truck bed covers, skip the big box hassle. Shop local and get expert advice from NAW today. 3027 Culebra Road. Family operated, community driven since 1978.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
San Antonio, there's a new place to watch the NBA playoffs. Novo Brewery. Over 80 feet of massive video walls, cold craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. This is not your average sports bar. And the food? We're talking juicy, thick-cut ribeyes, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And here's the best part. Novo Brewery has its own private entrance, completely separate from North Star Mall. Pull up, walk in, game on. Late hours, legendary atmosphere. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's NOVObrew.com.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Elliott here on the Blitz. When you saw the video of Carter Bryant in the public bathroom in Oklahoma City, what were you thinking?
Must have had to go really badly. I'm not going there in fans in the middle of the game, I promise you that. And I've had to go a couple times.
It was bizarre.
And of course, you know, the worst thing, somebody pulls out his phone and starts recording, which you should never bring your phone out in a restroom and start recording.
Your phone out, you're recording people in the bathroom. Come on.
And I think, Sean, it's safe to say if you see Sean Elliott in the restroom, Sean will gladly take a photo outside of the bathroom.
Yeah, and good Lord, for the sake of cleanliness, when you come out of a stall, of all things, I will be more than happy to meet you outside the bathroom after you've washed your hands.
Well, stop watching. Make sure you're going for at least 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I'll be counting the seconds.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Huddle 94.1.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Vic's like, I mean,
sounds like you're lost in a cave.
It's so crazy.
Hello. Help. Did you see the story about the woman in New York who was walking with her phone and fell into a manhole and died?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's when God is calling you home.
Wow.
I imagine God has sent a couple of buses and
I'll be
she had
honest,
near missed.
I don't know how that hasn't happened to more people.
Well, at least you figure you're looking down, you'd see the hole. I can see getting hit by a bus. You just walked right into a hole.
Yeah, I think when people are locked in on that phone, they're not seeing the ground. They're seeing that phone.
God calling you home at that moment.
Yeah. Allegedly, she died. Some people are saying she's turned into a mutant ninja turtle. A lot of people.
She was bitten by a radioactive alligator.
There are rumors that she is now the 5th Ninja Turtle. That's we'll see. We'll see if that's true. If the next time they come out, there's 5 of them, that would be really a female Ninja Turtle. And I don't know. I thought the world wasn't ready, but here we are.
A female Ninja Turtle with
what's next?
Early onset.
What's next? A lady governor of Texas, please. Oh,
hey, we're not that far away. You might.
All right. Rob, you said you believe tomorrow the Spurs will still bounce back and win
worth
this
5
thing.
points.
Okay.
And I think the one thing I do know is they won't be so flat-footed, at least not early. And when you have a lead and you're playing well, that's fuel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're hitting shots, one guy hits a shot and you realize, I got some more in me. But nobody had any more in them last night. There was nobody to try to step ahead. And to Aaron Fox's credit, he tried, man. He did. He knew that somebody needed to press the gas, and he did his best. And he got it. He was the key player in getting it cut to 8, but there just wasn't any. He's jumping off one leg. He has no explosion. I think that the home court matters, and I do think that reffing matters. And it's not good, bad, or indifferent. I just think that Tony Brothers is stuck in our brain. Good. It's Brothers derangement syndrome. Some of it's right. Some of it's just a little bit too much. So I know it'll be reffed a little bit different. You're going to get a couple calls, and I think if you can get a little bit of a lead or at least stay even through the first half, the second half the crowd can surf you home, and I think that'll help them get it to Game 7. Now, the construct of what is required to beat Oklahoma City twice, we're asking the Spurs to do something that will truly be Herculean. They're capable of it, but man, this is an uphill climb.
My son was telling me this last night. We were talking last night, and he's like, "Do you think that the NBA wants a Game 7 between San Antonio and OKC?" And I said, "Well, there's 2 ways you can look at it. A Game 7, of course, would be great for the ratings. For a Game 7 would be great." I said, "But you know what else they want? A competitive NBA Finals." And obviously, we know the date. It's June 3rd. Well, a week from today, the NBA Finals start. Do you want Oklahoma City to be?
Oh, dude, don't kid yourself. They want Game 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Are you kidding? And we say they. The league is
the powers
league.
that be.
The league is the league. But if I am Chevy, I'm Coke, I'm Sprite. If I'm those guys,
Michelob Ultra.
I want a Game 7.
Yeah.
I want a Game 7. And I want it bad. Now, the league be here tomorrow. We'll be here next year. You signed the deal, not me.
Yeah.
You signed the deal. I'm getting paid regardless. So I think ideally you want everybody healthy, happy, and ready to go play basketball on June the 3rd. But I can't imagine that Silver and the crew on Fifth Avenue is calling the refs like, let's end this now so everybody gets their rest. I don't think that's the case. I think they'd love to have a Game 7.
Yeah. The one thing that's kind of gone under the radar with this, and this is why I believe, I'm not sure they won a Game 7. While last night it was easy to point at Wemby and go, man, he looks out of gas, Shea looks pretty tired too.
Yeah, he's a dragon. He's gone through it.
And quite frankly, this team has not been carried by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander the way it was a lot in the regular season.
No, the others. It's been –
yeah.
And I think that's – by design by the Spurs. The Spurs let that happen. I mean, somebody was going to carry him through. At least, we knew that OKC was a champion, and they decided, we're going to let the others. We're going to double you, and you're going to make decisions. And he's made the right decisions 5 times or 4 times. Yeah, when their best player ain't doing that and you're down by a game, it's a rough place to be.
And their second best player is sitting over there in sweats.
Resting, and when he did play, he played well.
Oh, he played really well. Yeah, they need him back in the finals.
I think he'll be here tomorrow night.
All right, 3 hours to go. 3 hours of hell in this room. Morning Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by the City of San Antonio Metro Health. During Asthma Awareness Month, Metro Health reminds you asthma doesn't have to keep you off the court. Know your triggers, follow your game plan, and stay ready to play. Go Spurs, go.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this spring, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through June 13th and save up to $150 on all your custom prints. Staples, that was easy.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And
That's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
Yep. So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
Yeah, and now at Staples, save 40% on custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, banners, and more.
Big news. Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. In 613. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just cleared that very serious crash at I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Woodlawn. That is now reopened. An accident, Culebra at Potranco Pin Road, northbound, southbound 151 on the frontage road. Getting reports that is closed due to high water. Also flooding near Salado Creek on 35 frontage road, northbound, southbound splashdown to Binz-Engelman closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, there was no joy on military last night as the Spurs fell in Game 5, 127-114. It was a lackluster performance at best. The Spurs were led in scoring by Julian Champagne. He had 22 points. Shot 50% from 3. Wemby had 20 points, 0 from 5 from 3. Lackluster, flat-footed is no way to go through life, so. They'll look to bounce back at home Thursday night, 7:30 tip at the Frost.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, I had a dream last night that it was Friday. And I was playing. Vic was playing the Finally Friday song, and we were partying, yeah. And then I woke up and my phone said it's Wednesday.
Well, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's see. My problem is I know Wednesday's Wednesday because I got to get the trash out, which means I have a Wednesday night or Tuesday night or Wednesday morning quarter-mile hike. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I always know what day it is.
I wonder if this is coming out today just because it's because of what happened with the Spurs last night. Half of Americans say that the fun in their lives has disappeared. Do you think part of that is the Spurs result? Like, do you think that's what's driving it? I don't know.
It is around the 2-1-0.
5,000 people were surveyed, and half of them said they feel stuck in a fun drought. 12% said they can't even remember the last time they had a full day just to relax and enjoy themselves. Now, you had the Shark Party the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You had a fun day. The Spurs won. It was a red letter day for you.
But I get it because you're broke. You're paying 30% more for everything.
Yeah.
So you don't have fun money.
Well, it's funny. The people say the biggest problem, the biggest detriment is money. More than half blamed high costs for keeping them from doing fun things. Others pointed to busy work schedules, burnout, family responsibilities, and shrinking social circles.
Well, I think that's also part of it.
Why are social circles shrinking?
You live vicariously through others on your social media. You don't have the money to go out, so there are hubs now inside that world. There's plenty of interaction, like the video gamer world, the different hobby worlds that you find your best friend could live on the other side of the world. But that's so your circle it might be there, but you're not seeing them face to face.
Most surveyed said life feels harder and less enjoyable than it did 10 years ago.
I would like to see what the study showed 10 years ago. I get the sense that this isn't new. I think this is more a product of the economic situation we find ourselves, where I got no money, I got no time. And every time I turn on the news, there's no good news that I'm looking at. It's not like I turn on the news and there's some kind of world event that everybody's feeling good about.
How much more time would you need in the week to have like a a sense of like I'm getting to do all the things I wanted to do.
I don't think it's I think it's an individual thing. I don't know about if I only worked 4 days, my life would get a whole lot better. Because do I want to work? It's about where I'm working. You know, if you need to work less hours, you just don't like where you are. So I think it's an individual thing, but I don't think this is anything new other than if the economy was booming, I think we'd be in better shape.
The survey found Americans would like about 17 extra free hours a week to do the things they actually enjoy. When they do make time for fun, most people spend it watching TV, hanging out with friends or family, eating out, enjoying hobbies, or doing outdoor activities. Experts say the lack of fun can hurt mental health and relationships.
True.
People in the survey said having fun lowers stress, boosts motivation, and helps them feel closer to others.
The people I know that enjoy their life, that are genuinely having fun, work at it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a full-time job having fun.
Like, I wanted to ask Vic what he does for fun, but his microphone
He fixes
doesn't work.
stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't have fun.
He fixes stuff. But seriously, the people, think about in your life, the people that you know that are always fun, they work at that stuff. They're good at it because they work at it. And they figured out how to get themselves extricated from the bad stuff and go do good stuff. But they don't have any more time than you do. They've just decided how they're going to have fun. It's get off your ass and go do it kind of stuff. And some of us, I don't want to go do that. So my fun will be on the couch sometimes. But everybody has a friend that is forever doing something.
Well, dude, I see your son on the internet.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when on somebody else's dime.
They're out all over the place all the time.
But that's wasted on the young. But but for people my age, that aren't quite retired, but still kind of on the other side of stuff, there are people that like, you guys are having a blast. Well, yeah, they are, but they're working at it. It's not your plan, you schedule, you do all that kind of stuff.
And that's the hard part for me is like, deciding what we're going to do for fun is such a grind that I don't even want to do that.
Most people that I know that have fun have already scheduled it. They know next, like July the 9th, you know where I'm going to be? And, August the 2nd, you know where I'm going to be? They've scheduled their fun.
That's how it
doesn't just happen.
Honestly, Rob, for me to have fun, someone has to schedule it.
Well, that's why
me.
We find our significant other is normally the one that does the planning and helps us get through that.
If someone says, hey, do you want to go do this on this day? Okay.
But you won't plan it.
No, I won't plan it.
Right.
No. That's not for me. And then every once in a while, I'll look at the calendar on my phone and say, oh.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I'm doing that thing coming up.
In your barometer, the people that you hang around with away from the station that aren't in your life but your friends, how are they feeling? Do you feel like this study kind of represents your experience?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, it does for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like every time I'm with people that we don't share work, but we share life, we're all kind of bitching about the same thing. There's just not that much to do, and the stuff I do want to do is overpriced and overcrowded, because that's fun, and there's not that much fun stuff to do. So when I do go do something that I think is fun, everybody else thinks the same thing, and I'm not having any fun because everybody else is trying to have fun there.
But also the way that just the way I am, and especially the way that I've aged, and certainly the way my wife is as well, is like sometimes not going out is what's fun to me. And then you because the idea of going out is
slow.
The idea of going out is so daunting. Like, who wants to do that? And then we'll stay home, and then you say, oh, well, all we do is stay home. And
you got to schedule your life or it'll just happen to you.
I know, man. I know. But the fun is disappearing for all of us.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And,
but it doesn't mean it can't turn on a dime.
And but it is funny how, the Spurs win the next two games. We'll have fun next week.
It's amazing how much laundry affects my day-to-day existence.
If the Spurs lose tomorrow, then how much are you going to care about the NBA Finals? I guess you love basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but I certainly won't be nearly as enthused.
Yeah, you're not going to you're not going to have a piñata hanging from your living room.
Not going to be a party as we all sit around it. No, that's not going to happen.
No. So that's maybe that's what we need. We need more joy. We need San Antonio. We need the Spurs to win a couple games and bring some joy back.
It is funny how you forget the whole idea of playoffs, what it's like, and I think that. As a fan, I'm not so mad at the players because I'm tired too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I woke up this morning Dude, I felt like I played last night. And every other night, I mean, we're having to get up and just imagine what it's like to actually be going through this as a player for the first time, playing your 119th game or whatever they're playing right now since the preseason, and they were, practicing in October. I can't imagine the light that they see at the end of the tunnel. Like the marathon, no matter what, is almost over.
Well, after the Spurs game last night, I had 30, 40 more minutes of hockey.
Dude, I woke up excited for you. It looked like your team, at least one side of the docket, took care of business in the right way.
Yeah, man. And it's been the Spurs and the Knights have been playing on the same night, this entire time. They're on the same exact schedule, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But I guess it gives me, like tonight, I don't have to, if I don't want to watch the Eastern Conference hockey finals.
Watch your novellas tonight.
Exactly. But, I mean, it brought me so much joy to watch them win, and now knowing that I've got a team that I care about, that I cheer for, playing for a championship, that is a fun thing. Now, would it be a lot cooler if it was two of them? And that would mean, I guarantee you, when the finals start, the NHL, the Stanley Cup final, and the NBA finals always do this. They alternate nights, and that means every night I would have something to be excited about. I don't think I'm going to get that, but that would bring me some joy.
Every other night.
I'll take every other night.
Was that Flava Flav cheering on your?
No, that was Bam Adebayo.
That was
Bam Adebayo was there with Asia Wilson. They were.
Forgive me.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
confused Flava Flav and Bam.
How dare you?
That's way wrong.
Yeah, that is bad.
That wasn't even close.
That was bad.
You mean you think Flava Flav's 6'8", do you?
Yeah. Yeah, but Bam and Asia were there last night cheering on the Knights, which I don't know why Bam is a Knights fan, but it's I guess there's kind of a lot of celebrity VGK fan. That could be. But yeah, that was fun for me last night. Was watching that. It took a little sting off of the Spurs loss. Was seeing them get that one done and knock off the stupid crumb bum Avalanche. Beat it, Avalanche.
You're a real crumb bum.
Beat it. Third time in the Stanley Cup Finals. They've only existed for 9 years. That's pretty fun. That is pretty fun. Since they got a new coach, 18-4-1 since they got a new coach. I'll take that.
Coaching matters.
Yep.
I wish I understood the influence of specific game planning ideas in hockey. I wish I knew if I understood what coaches bring and why they're hired and what they do different from the previous coach. I just don't understand the game enough.
Yeah. I mean, well, it is hard to understand kind of. I guess unless you played hockey your whole life. But like, I always wonder, like, when they decide to sub. I think that's a huge thing. Like, when you decide, like, I hear these guys talking in the locker room. They're like, our priority one, defend. If we defend properly, it's going to lead to this. That's going to lead to shots. And I guess you when you live the game, it's a little bit different.
The difference, I think, for at least an American athlete that played an indoor court sport is. In basketball, the ball is the thing. Know where the ball is. Ball you man. Know where the ball is at all times. Know where you are in relation to the ball, and know where your man is. In hockey, you got to know where you are. Not where the puck is, but where you are physically on the team. And it relates to everybody else. So they got to know where you are, and you got to react to it. And it's this amoebic thing that when I watch it work, it's magical. It's an amazing thing because it happens so fast.
But it's also
I can't catch the nuances because everything happens so freaking fast.
But it's funny you said that about basketball. But in basketball, isn't it important to move without the ball?
Well, yes,
like
but
when
I'm talking
you
about
don't have the ball
as a player. But even when you're moving without the ball, you know where the ball is. That's why you're moving.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to keep up with the puck. So you have to keep up with your space and your relationship to other guys and their relationship to you. And when all the guys are functioning at one, it's a beautiful thing to watch, but it happens so remarkably quickly that you've got to be on the edge. It's not a slow-moving soccer thing when the same thing's occurring, but at three-quarter speed or half speed where they're all moving. Hockey is bam, 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 and greatness is obvious. I just don't know why they're great.
Yeah.
I don't know why they work so much better at it than the other team.
Well, I'm Team Canada now. I'm cheering for the Canadiens over the Carolina Hurricanes just because I think the Carolina Hurricanes are really good, and I don't care to find out how good they are. So you could say, "Oh, you're looking for the easy way out." I'm looking for the easy way out.
I want to kick Canada's ass.
That's
Let's
what
send
I'm
our
looking
best.
for. Yeah, suck the whole of Canada. We just sent that Nathan McKinnon home. We gave him a stuffed bear and sent him home crying.
He's had a rough year.
Yeah,
had a rough year. Lots of second places in your world.
All right, let's take a quick break. I'm going to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Oh, yes, Underdog last night, baby. I was all over it on Underdog once again. I'm telling you, Caruso, higher on his points. It's like 4 out of 5 is where we're at right now. It is free money. The Spurs refuse to defend Alex Caruso. And Alex Caruso, whatever you think of him, that dude's a gamer. He's gonna make these open shots. I'm gonna be looking forward again. And guys, it is so simple. You play on Underdog. You pick your favorite players. They're gonna go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, assists, whatever it is. And you get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. That is crazy money. And the NBA is we're running out of it, guys. You got to get in while you can. So find out who you believe. You think Wemby's going to bounce back tomorrow? Get on Wemby. You think he's going to continue to struggle, play his lower, whatever it is. Get yourself this money. Download the app today. Use promo code Alamo. You'll save $50. You'll get $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's Military Appreciation Month at North Park Chevy. Service members get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $15,000 off MSRP. Drive the 2026 Colorado with 0 payments for 90 days. Or take home a 2026 Equinox LT for $26,359 with 2.9% financing. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes off Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
When a child is struggling with their mental health, the adults around them can make all the difference. Parents, teachers, coaches, anyone who shows up in a child's life. Because in those tough moments, kids are looking to the grown-ups around them for support.
If you're at school having a bad day, you just don't want to do anything.
I just get these thoughts like, do better. All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
He's just in tears in the huddle. I was like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm just so frustrated. And I didn't know what to do.
None of my undergraduate studies talked about mental health.
Teachers need tons of help.
That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free expert-developed tools and resources to help adults support the kids they care about.
Having those resources is the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
Because when adults feel supported, kids do too. Kids Mental Health starts with us. Find free resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, all the reaction to a crucial Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals.
We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and now turn our attention to the must-win Game 6.
It's going to be fun. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Whoa! What do you say?
You know it.
You know, in about 10 years, they're going to be doing that 40 years of Marilyn Manson kind of stuff, and they're going to go on tour. And all the fans are going to be out there on walkers, canes, wearing their old leather pants.
I would guess this song is already 33 or 4 years old.
It is ancient. So having recently gone to a UB40 concert and noticing the fandom has aged a lot worse than I have.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go see one of those reunion Manson tours. Bunch of gray-headed rockers standing out there.
When did this come out? Pantera Walk. 92? How many years is that? 33. God, I am so good at this game. This game that I created the rules for.
Is it 33?
33 years since this song came out.
That's my anniversary, yeah.
Yes.
92.
Was this Pantera Walk was a wedding song?
This was our first dance.
Our first dance?
It really kind of set the tone for the whole marriage.
Are you talking to me? No way, punk.
We end our arguments in the octagon.
That's right.
Blood in, blood out.
Some of my favorite stories, and this may say a lot about me. Some of my favorite stories involve people who died, but they die in hilarious ways.
Yeah. Do you watch? So there's two kinds of people in the world. When you watch the hilarious videos of people injuring themselves in horribly strange ways.
Oh, yes. I love that.
I can't watch them, man.
I know you can't.
I can't
show you.
Watch,
You're like, oh, dude,
I can't see people get mangled, even if it's their fault. I love it. I can't dial in.
I love it. I can't get enough of it. I want to see people get hurt. And I, even when they're not seriously hurt, I like to see people fall down. Like, that's funny to me.
Like, you see people that you know died. Like that, there's no way that guy survived. Like they're hanging off the side of a train, like and then they get hit by a pole.
Yeah,
like you see that, like that
he's
dude's dead.
man.
That guy just offed himself in front of me, and I'm just sitting here laughing.
Yeah. Well, a 60-year-old bicyclist was hit and killed by a train in Florida yesterday. Now, on its own, you'd think, oh, that's terrible. Why would you think that's funny? Well, here's why. A detective was at the scene already. Like, they were already there.
For something else?
Yes, there was already a crash, and the cops were on scene trying to get things under control. The cops told him, hey, you can't pass through here because the crash in the scene had knocked out the power to the arm that keeps you from crossing the railroad tracks when the train's coming. You know what I mean?
But he's on a bike.
He's on a bicycle.
So he should hear the train, even if there's
an
arm. Okay.
So he's like, he weaved through traffic, crossed the tracks from a side that didn't have...
Typical aggressive bicyclist that's getting in your way.
He looked... there's many witnesses here who say he looked the wrong direction.
Left, right, then left again.
Like, in case the train was... Like, there was only... Look, maybe his neck was hurt, and he could only look left, and the train came from the right. He was like, oh.
So he didn't... So not only did he not hear it, he looked the wrong direction.
He looked the wrong way.
Do we think this guy might have possibly been deaf?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
not hear a train coming?
So, well, and by the way, this is the second fatal incident in 3 days in this same
maybe they're running
intersection.
silent trains.
So investigators say they do not believe this was a suicide. The crash had...
You have to question it. Did that guy just kill himself?
Multiple police waved down the man and said, you can't pass through here. A detective at the scene tried to get his attention, said he looked the wrong way, rode directly into the path of the train that was traveling at about 30 miles an hour.
So that's pretty fast. It's not super fast. Dude, you can hear that coming from literally a
mile away.
No, that's suicide.
I don't know. But, yeah, he ignored all warning signs. And
well, I'm not against culling the flock. Don't get me wrong. There are some gene pools that do need to exit the whole future. So maybe this is one of those good things that gene pool isn't going to go further down the road.
He's 68 years old.
Well, he lived a good life.
That's kind of what I mean.
I think he's deaf.
Is that Halen in there?
I think he's.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hold on. Let's see. I think it works a little bit now.
Well, it does, but it sounds like you're on the roof.
Yeah, hold on. I am on the roof.
Okay.
Here we go. Let me cut out some noise here.
Okay.
All right, so your node is fixed.
Yeah. There we go. That's a little bit back to normal.
Okay. So you've been in there with the engineer.
Yeah.
What's he doing now? Did he leave?
Yeah, he's got to get stations on the air over there.
The Tejano station?
I think so.
Is Wi-Fi on his list of to-dos?
Yes.
His checklist?
Yeah, that's why he came back.
Okay, good.
Okay. And now the AC is now out of his hands. Like, he can't do anything.
We're waiting on the AC guys.
We don't blame them.
Yeah, but the Wi-Fi, that is his realm. Okay. And your mic sounds terrible, but I know
it's working. It sounds like you're over, you're not in country.
Well, it also sounds like he's got an air conditioner blowing directly into the microphone.
And you notice he does.
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, that could be why. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good thing.
It is what it is, man.
All right, we're starting the process. Thank you, Victor Brown.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
We're well on our way to recovery.
That's right.
On our way up.
Oh, yeah. It only goes up from here.
B12 shot, an 8-ball, and $2 million.
It can only go up.
All I need.
It can only go up from here. All right, Vic, you can't keep your mic open today, though, because it sounds horrific. All right. That's much better. Although it doesn't sound much better in here either, but it is what we can't
Sounds
die.
like we're like the Blitz. We're on the road, man.
Yeah, we're on the road. We're in a tropical paradise where there's a 30-mile-an-hour wind going at all times. All right. We will return momentarily.
We got to go sponge off.
Yeah, we've got to go. And I've got to ask you, when do you start passing on money? That we'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on 281 northbound Loop 410. Disabled vehicle that's off to the shoulder. On I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Woodlawn, that accident has cleared, so traffic now flowing freely in the area. Bernie Stage Road at Eugenia Pass, getting reports of an accident. 90 eastbound 211 to General Hudnell. That's starting to fill in and slow down. And we still have that closure due to flooding, Salado Creek. 35 Frontage Road, northbound, southbound Splashtown to Benzengelman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Bright, spicy, zesty, impossible to ignore. It brings main character energy to every bite. Not just a sauce, it's a star. Only at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations. For a limited time only, while supplies last.
No energy, no sex drive? Go to Synergenics. 1 in 4 men has low T. 80% of women experience hormonal imbalance. Book a free T test and see if you qualify for TRT customized to you. Women's hormone testing is $200 off. Book your appointment at feelgreatlookgreat.com.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SHARP25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SHARP25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SHARP25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code SHARP25.
This is Officer Green with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring. Are you interested in a rewarding career that offers great pay, benefits, respect, and a chance to make a difference? Then visit sapdcareers.com if you are looking for a career with opportunities. The SAPD is looking for qualified applicants committed to keeping the Alamo City safe. This is your chance to make a difference. Become one of San Antonio's finest. Visit sapdcareers.com. For eligibility requirements, visit sapdcareers.com.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the college football world, the NCAA has denied Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby's request for reinstatement for eligibility for this season. Sorsby had completed his 35-day inpatient rehab for gambling addiction. The Texas Rangers beat the Houston Astros last night 10-7. Jake Leiter takes his second win of the season. They continue their series tonight. First pitch 7:05 from Globe Life right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, friends. Morning Huddle, 94.1. How we doing out there?
Has anybody noticed a difference in traffic with school out? Not that we're out there, but
no,
I wonder if it's better now.
I certainly haven't. It's got to be.
It always seemed to be, but it's been so long since I drove and it mattered. But I normally, school's back out of session. Boy, all those school crossings open up. You get to work about 10 minutes earlier.
I would have to imagine that's the case. But, yeah, of course, traffic doesn't really change for us with school or not school. But okay, so I told you I was going to see when you would start turning your nose up to money. And I want you to imagine at Texas A&M.
Whoop! Sorry.
Is there like a...
Did that come out? Was that out loud?
Is there a guy who's gone to Texas A&M who's gone on to notoriously be like a not good guy?
You mean like Johnny Manziel?
Okay, yeah, I guess.
No, we have our share of scallywags and ne'er-do-wells. We even have a serial killer.
Okay. What's the serial killer's name? Do you know?
He was the guy that killed all those bunch of kids down in Houston. He was in the Corps. Yeah, we have our own serial killer.
Okay. Do you know? You don't know his name?
No, it doesn't come to mind.
Okay.
We named a building after him. It's the biology building.
Okay. That's a good point.
It's the criminal science building.
Let's just say let's say that before it was found out that he was a serial killer.
It was back in the 70s, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Is it that Candyman guy?
Yeah.
Coral.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dean Coral is that guy's name?
Yeah, I think that's him, yeah.
Now imagine Dean Coral before he was found to be a serial killer and rapist.
Quiet man.
Let's pretend that he had the kind of money where he could donate a building at A&M.
Well, you can whitewash a lot of your sins. You know, the Catholic Church, you used to be able to buy your way in. You could just...
So imagine it's right. He pays for this building. It's the Dean Coral Biology Center.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's found out he is a serial killer and rapist.
Do we already have the check? Is it already cleared?
The building has been built.
All right, well, then.
Now, what makes the most, like, obviously.
You chisel off that name.
Yeah, you change the name, right?
Mm-hmm. You keep the money.
Do you knock the building down?
No. Building has it's nothing other than brick and mortar.
That's kind of my mindset on it, but apparently that's not the mindset of everyone.
I don't think anybody should live in a house that I wouldn't want to live someplace that a serial killer.
No.
Go to class. I'll take their money.
But there's a school, and I'm probably going to butcher the name of this place. Interlochen.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Jeffrey Epstein apparently attended. It's a school of arts, an artsy school, and
when you get your MFAs, your Masters of Fine Arts.
Okay.
Stuff, yeah.
Well, at one point, Jeffrey Epstein decided to donate enough money to build a lodge,
a home for young girls,
probably
for them to get their start.
Probably. The university or the college, I don't know, what exactly this place is, has decided to tear down the building that he donated money for. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. I get that you want to disassociate.
Well, I get the sense that a school like Interlochen probably has a pretty good endowment. I don't think it really financially is a problem. I think that there's enough money behind that would not only pay to have that building knocked down, but be more than happy to build another building that they put their name on, just because they could be the savior that was there to pay for the Epstein dorm to get knocked down. If it was like Tarleton State in Texas, hell no, they ain't tearing that building down. We ain't got the money to build something else. What are you talking about? We'll just change the name.
So the building he donated it's called Green Lake Lodge, and it says it does sound like a setting for a horror film.
Yeah, this does not sound good.
It said it has come to carry associations that are not reflective of who we are as an institution, of the values we strive to uphold. After careful consideration, the board determined that removing the structure in a safe and timely manner is the right step for Interlochen at this time. This comes after renewed attention on Epstein's ties to the campus because the U.S. Department of Justice files released earlier this year revealed that Epstein met his first known victim, a 13-year-old girl, at Interlochen Arts Camp in the summer of 1994.
Yikes. Yeah, that thing's got to be torn down.
He was a camper there back in 1967, and he contributed to the school between 1990 and 2003, sponsored a visitor's cabin on campus that bore his name until 2007 when the school cut ties with him. So this is basically like a building where visitors to the campus, or people who are deciding if they're going to stay, can come, and it's a luxury building where they can get a feel for what they're getting into.
What it's like.
And does that make sense to you to tear that down?
It does. Yeah, I would. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would. Let's say, what if Charles Whitman went to Texas?
Okay.
And the Whitman family had donated a bunch of money. And would you keep the Charles Whitman Tower? The Charles Whitman shooting range?
I mean, they keep the tower.
Yeah, the tower's still there, but I don't think Whitman went to UT.
No, he was a Marine.
Yeah.
If he had funded the tower, would they have torn it down?
I don't know, man. Epstein right now, you can't even be within a mile of that name. And especially if I'm a father to daughters and I'm on the tour.
Yeah.
I know it's not the Epstein building anymore, but just the sight of it goes, wait a minute, didn't Epstein go here? Didn't Epstein teach here?
Yeah,
dude. We need to burn that building down.
Well,
or at least put it behind some very big wall where every time I look at it, I don't go. Here's an interesting thing.
See, I didn't know there was that much money involved with this Interlochen.
The other day, I was. Oh yeah, that's a wealthy school. The other day, I was at a function that was held in a building that was the site of a mass shooting.
Here?
In the state of Texas. I was here in the state of Texas. I was someplace within the last month that the building has survived what happened, and it's been a long time ago, but it did happen, where like 20 people were shot and killed.
Okay.
But the building still stands. It's changed. There's been generations that don't have any idea what happened there. But when I walked up to it, I was like, is this? It is. This is that building.
Yeah.
It's not what it
was.
was.
The Branch Davidian compound?
I'm not going to talk about where it was because I don't want to, But yeah. I was in a building where when you bring it up, everybody goes, really? This building's still standing?
And they did anybody address the fact?
I was with somebody that was from this area, and she said, this is the first time I've ever come to this thing since then. And it's been 30 years.
And there's still there's a business
operating
an
in
this
active
place?
business in that building. And one of the women there was like, I have never come to this. I had never thought about coming here because of that. And she's, older. I mean, she's in her 80s, but 30 years ago, it's still, and that building is still there. And you'd have thought right after the mass shooting, they'd have burned that thing to the ground.
Yeah.
No, it's still there.
Well, usually why, like after a serial killer or whatever does terrible things, usually they will tear down those houses because they don't want gawkers.
Right.
They don't want people.
The neighborhood doesn't want people to make this forever
they don't want this to be like, there's
like where OJ cut her. Yeah.
Exactly. Like the house on Cielo Drive where the Manson murders happened, Sharon Tate murder. Like that house doesn't exist anymore.
Just take it. Well, this one is still there. I mean, and it's been a long time, so we're down to like 1 in 5 people have any idea. But of those 1 in 5, everybody goes, "This is kind of weird, man."
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Odd.
That is pretty. So 20 people died.
Well, I'll tell you who. It was around that number.
And usually that kind of. I mean, now it could have been a building that they can't do without. I'm guessing
That's just a building.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
Yeah, it's still there.
That is surprising.
Still active. Now there's some things go on late at night you don't want to be a part of.
Okay.
A little weird in there.
Okay. All right. Well, it makes some sense to me. But yeah, the idea that because a guy gave the money for a building, you're going to tear it down, I don't know that I agree with it.
I don't know but if you have the wherewithal to market yourself, see, they let that people know. Everybody knows now.
Yeah.
If it was at a state school, they'd just very quietly tear that thing down, and we'd never talk about it again.
That's
like your
true.
weird uncle that committed one of those crimes we don't talk about in public, but he's still your family.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. You can't even use the building.
We're gonna have to tear it down. We can't even paint over it.
Oh,
this is the Epstein wing.
It used to be the building, but we refuse to. We refuse to
call it the Jeff.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. This is we just call it Jeff's house.
Oh, Jeff's.
Come on in. All right, let's take a quick break. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Arasti providers continue to pop up all around San Antonio because what they do works. They get people out of pain fast, and so many of us live with those little day-to-day things that turn into week to week, then month to month, and before you know it, you're never getting rid of it. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Arasti is there to fix you, and it's what they do that makes them so successful. This is not take 2 pills and call me next week if it's still painful. This is a medical professional finding out why you're in pain, where you're in pain, and fixing the problem. It's amazing how we lost sight of how we get ourselves fixed. Arasti is a combination of a lot of different things. You get a hands-on approach. They get into the meat of the matter and find out what is needed to get you fixed. And under 4 visits is the average of getting people back in the game. They're all around the city. They accept most insurances, and you never need a referral. Call them right now. The number's 1-800-404-6050. The website, Arasti.com. Great resource and a map of all the local providers. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Arasti's here. Call him now. Let him fix you, and I know you're going to thank me later.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the Morning Huddle's Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits 2. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park. Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in, and don't forget that your Kinetico is also completely automatic.
Mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Kinetico water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Kinetico. SA.com.
License number 38961.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You know what rhymes with G-Wagon? What? G-Wagon.
There you go. You have to say it twice.
G-Wagon, 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 G-Wagon.
It's like purple.
Purple, 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 purple,
nothing
purple.
rhyming with purple.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. It is we're having a bit of a funeral day here. Although Rob thinks it's not over.
Well, it's not over. It's going to go to 7.
I don't think it is. I last night I felt like because I felt before last night's game I thought maybe I was wrong about OKC in 6. The way they lost last night felt kind of like
the way OKC lost us.
I was going to say it felt kind of like the way Cleveland lost in Game 3.
Well, it wasn't soul snatching because I think Cleveland actually had legs underneath them and they just got their heart ripped out in front of them. And
no, I think Game 2 they got their hearts ripped out. Game 3 it felt like they were just done. Like there was just nothing left in them.
There's certainly that, and there might not be anything left in the tank. But the reason I feel like that a win is not only possible but probable is they didn't get out executed. It wasn't like they got whooped. It was like they walked out and they were running a step slow. They weren't in the game to get beaten. They let it go.
Even you said it's not like the Thunder played all that great.
No, but I think a lot of it was because
and they scored 127 points.
Right, they didn't have to do much to go do that. The defense was atrocious. And it wasn't because of turnovers. It was because they weren't getting back. They were settling for early shots. We were taking long threes. And when you're playing a team that is so front court heavy, back court heavy, that has 4 and 5 dudes that are racing toward the rim, those little 6-8 point rushes hit us early, and they just never could recover. But it wasn't like they were dominated. They were just not in it. I mean, it wasn't like they were competing. So I think that the home crowd and juice is going to help a bunch of young kids. I have no explanation for Wemby. I don't know if he was sick. And
he's got to be tired, Rob.
I know. Okay,
he's carried such a load.
And but here it is, Victor. There are certain things that we've talked about it all year. That to become a man in full, to become a team in full, and an MVP in full, and all those, there are certain tests that you have to pass.
Yeah.
Last night was a test that you needed to pass, and you failed. Okay. Most stars fail their first try.
Sure.
I mean, we could talk about the myriad of guys that their first attempt, they went home, they got it together, and went back and won a title. That's okay. But post game, he didn't even talk to the media. You didn't even. Were you so exhausted you couldn't make it, or were you so embarrassed? Either way, I need to know. So that's another test that you failed, Victor, because you've been very out there in the past. You politicked. You talked about MVP and defensive player there. You asked for it. You wanted to be asked about it. And then when you came up short, you weren't there. Young man, that's a test you're going to have to pass. You're going to have to go sit in front of the gauntlet. You're going to have to make the perp walk. You're going to have to go in front of the press with the handcuffs on and your head down because you were just accused of a terrible crime. You didn't do that. You ducked out the back door. You failed your test. Well, you were incomplete. So if he's sick, maybe, because, dude, that was not the Wemby we have seen. But then we saw the same thing in Dillon, and we saw the same thing in Devin Vassell. Those 3 dudes were running on empty. Steph Castle looked tired, but his tiredness was in the dumb fouls and middle mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't get you not talking. But I do think that because of the way that the Spurs lost, it wasn't scheme, it was attitude, it was effort. And I think you can make up for that. I hope the crowd's worth that. But if it's not worth that, you're right, it's 6. Because as much as you slowed down, OKC feels pretty good about themselves today. They're ready to go. They got their 2 guys sitting on the bench. One now they don't even need to play. But I think we're going to get a J. Will sighting. He's going to play tomorrow night.
I think
they're going to close. They're going to do everything they can to get this thing done early.
One of the things you said that makes me really nervous is that Wemby didn't talk to the media after the game.
I don't like that at all.
When your superstar lays an egg in the biggest game of the series, tied 2-2. Like, this is like almost a swing game. And he performs the way that he did and then doesn't talk to the press. That is, to me, that is a sign that you're being beat mentally.
And that's of concern. Now, again, he could be flat on his back with an IV in him and he couldn't get up to go do it. I don't know. But you need to tell us that. But just to not show up.
Well, if that's the case, does that make you feel any better?
No, none of that. But the one thing that gives me solace was sometimes you lose and sometimes you get beat. And they're different feelings. With some nights, when you walk out and you get beat and everything you tried just did not work, you got out-coached, executed, and everything, that sucks. That's when you walk back into the locker room and go, dude, I don't know what else we can do. That was a whooping. But some nights you just lose and go, dude, we should have beat these dudes. If we'd have done this, that, and this, then it would have allowed us to do that and those other things later to where we're in a position to win the game at the end. And they didn't do this, that, and then at the beginning. And they never could catch up. So I walk in going, if we just get things right early, we don't have to chase our tails forever and try to fight our ass to get down to 8 points with 6 minutes to go, which wasn't a terrible place to be. But the effort to get there was so extraordinary, like it was just too much work, and we were already tired.
The what do you call it? The shooting log, like the shooting chart.
Yeah.
Wemby's chart for this game 5 is exactly what you'd expect it to look like.
Around the rim, around the outside, Buffalo girl, around the outside.
And then when you look at game 1, where there was the green dots were piled on top of each other to a point where it looked like it was almost solid green dots because all he did was just get lobs and dunk the ball down, to just completely go away from that. And it's something that it's the one thing I hate about Wemby's game, and it's almost a gift and a curse of the way that Wemby plays. Because if Wemby didn't have the abilities he has from outside, he wouldn't try these things. And we haven't seen guys of his size that can shoot the way he shoots.
And not only would it not be tried, it wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The coach would pull you or never let you get in that position. But they do because he can.
But this guy, this big who plays a perimeter game and like that we've never seen before, falls in love with it sometimes to the detriment of not only to his game but of the team.
He's not the first, but you're right. You're absolutely right. He's taken the easy way out, and when your players do that, whether they're 7'5" or 6'2", when you take the easy way out, you lose. You don't go to where you're good, and they're going to take away where you're good. It's your job to go get it, and he didn't go get it. That's a sign of youth. It's a sign of an overwhelmed kind of thing. It's just, again, I'll go back to it. We've been saying it since November. You have to learn. You don't know what to learn until you're in class.
Yeah.
He went to class last night and he failed. But I tell you what, I don't expect it'll happen again.
Yeah.
But last night and Dylan and Devin, same boat, bros. In when it comes to July and August, when you wake up and it's time to go work out, I hope you remember what it felt like last night in the third quarter when you were trying to find it, when you tried to do everything you could to find that little bit more, and it wasn't in the tank. So in September and October, when you're working, remember what happened to you last night, because those are those little tests that propel you into the next level.
I think there has to be a you know what? We'll talk about it next. What I think has to happen, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but it has to happen, and it kind of has to be Mitch to do it. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by San Antonio Metro Health. Asthma Awareness Month is a reminder from Metro Health. Know your triggers, work your plan, and don't let asthma keep you out of the game. Go Spurs Go. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on 281 northbound Loop 410. Disabled vehicle that's off to the shoulder. On I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Woodlawn, that accident has cleared, so traffic now flowing freely in the area. Bernie Stage Road at Eugenia Pass getting reports of an accident. 90 eastbound 211 to General Hudnell. That's starting to fill in and slow down. And we still have that closure due to flooding Salado Creek. 35 Frontage Road, northbound, southbound Splashtown to Ben Zengelman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Officers are out in force looking for unbuckled drivers and passengers. Remember, the law requires everyone to wear a seatbelt, front seat or back. Buckle up and avoid a $200 fine. Click it or ticket. A message from TxDOT.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Craft beers, full bar, hard kombucha on tap, a handcrafted food menu, and massive LED screens. Attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Want to upgrade your ride and help Texas students? Here's your chance.
Every year, Texas Yes sets up thousands of students for success with school supplies, literacy programs, and classroom grants. Enter the Drive Away for Education drawing sponsored by Ansera Auto Group, and you could drive off in a brand new car, truck, or SUV. Plus, don't miss our weekly drawings. Every dollar goes straight to Texas schools and students. Grab your tickets right now at texasyesproject.org.
My name is Erica, and my son Kason is a patient at Shriners Children. My oldest called me and said Kason got burnt. I said, how bad is it? He wouldn't answer me. Before we could see Kason, the trauma doctor came in and said he needs to go to Shriners.
To survive a burn injury and to return to life unafraid and full of joy and be who you're supposed to be is what we strive to deliver to our patients. His injury was a big injury, and I think a testament to the care that we provide. He's fully functional. He's riding his dirt bike, doing all of the things that you would want him to do. I can't think of another system that has the impact on pediatric patients that Shriners Children's does.
I wouldn't do anything else. We're just so thankful that Kason is still here because things can change in the blink of an eye. Go online right now to loveshriners.org.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, there was no joy on military last night as the Spurs fell in Game 5, 127-114. It was a lackluster performance at best. The Spurs were led in scoring by Julian Champagny. He had 22 points. Shot 50% from 3. Wemby had 20 points, 0 from 5 from 3. Lackluster, flat-footed is no way to go through life, son. They'll look to bounce back at home Thursday night, 7:30 tip at the Frost.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Man, I'll come to the defense here. I'll be the save a dude.
No, he doesn't. He shouldn't need defending. But you have to understand what's going on here. He's just LaMarcus Aldridge took the same abuse. He took the same. You ain't us. You didn't come here, and anything goes wrong, we blame the dude that came here to help. You know what I mean? De'Aaron Fox continues to be the most important Spur. Not the best, but as he goes, so have the Spurs. And he was hurt last night. He did everything he could. I'm not mad at him, but don't get mad at him either. This guy's playing on one leg.
There's, let's see, Spurs overpaid for Fox. They got a dude. Hasn't been special in regular seasons, gone AWOL during playoffs except for a game. Here's the deal, though. When the Spurs brought in De'Aaron Fox, a career, was around a 22-point-a-game guy. The Spurs didn't bring him in to be a 22-point-a-game guy because he was the number one option almost his entire career in Sacramento.
He fell ass backwards into Dylan Harper, and that will always be the comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, because Dylan's getting X and De'Aaron's getting Y, and it's up 30 times more. Yeah, it's an unfortunate comparison, but he is the most important Spur.
Dylan Harper carried this team when Wemby was out. People forget about that. People forget about
De'Aaron Fox.
That's what I mean. De'Aaron Fox did. Carried this team when Wemby was out in a way that I didn't even think he would be capable of doing. And right now, I mean, remember game 1 and 2. Remember what it was like when Fox wasn't in the game.
Steph Castle had, count them, 20 turnovers in 2 games.
Yeah.
Because he was doing De'Aaron Fox's work because he couldn't play. So if you're going to jump him, If you're going to be mad at him,
Just
think
know
of the alternative.
what life's like without him.
So remember the 20 turnovers in 2 games that the Spurs lost. Remember, that's the only time the Spurs have lost 2 games consecutively in months, years, it feels like.
Now, part of it is people, and this is just what fans do. It's hard to put the blame on the hero, and nobody wants to say that Wemby was a big reason why they lost that game last night. And
But your star didn't come to your superstar game changer was not capable of performing in a way that was needed, and neither was De'Aaron. I don't want to make excuses. He didn't play great, but he was out there. And we had under 20. We only had 15 turnovers. We lost the game for a lot of reasons. It wasn't ball handling.
And I think everybody knows that if this were the regular season, Fox wouldn't be out there right now.
Oh, no, he wouldn't be out there. We had to have him, and maybe it was to his and our team's detriment, but he was out there. But I'm going to give him every bit of extra credit for showing up for work and doing his best he could. You knew that in the first quarter, he went in for a layup, and he elevated about 6 inches off that bad wheel. And you knew from that moment on, he ain't going to be getting to the rim. It's going to be a bunch of pull-up jumpers tonight because he can't explode. He can't get off the ground. And despite that, he stayed in there, and valiantly, he was the instrument that brought us to within eight. He was the one little spark we did have last night. It was him on one leg and Keldon screaming on the sidelines. I mean, those were the only 2 dudes that brought any kind of energy last night.
The thing that I think has to happen, Mitch has to grow up a little bit in that he's got to coach Wemby now. He's got to say, "Hey, man, now's the time. You've got to listen to me." Mm-hmm. This is I'm going to break down what I think of Wemby.
Well, do you think that him coaching Wemby involves him getting into the paint? Do you think that Wemby
if it doesn't,
doing? See, that's the caveat the discussion that I think we have to have. At what point do we stop blaming Wemby and start blaming Mitch, or vice versa, because Wemby's spending so much peripheral time?
Okay, if I say there's no doubt, and this is probably what's keeping Wemby from being an MVP at this point. Wemby is the best defensive player on the planet Earth. There's no question. There's not really a way to say, he needs to improve this defensively. He is the greatest defender walking the earth. I don't really know what he's pretty good at a lot of things on offense. I don't think he's great at anything. The thing that he's closest to being greatest at is being a roller on the offensive end, and it's the thing that he doesn't like to do.
Well, the same thing was talked about with LeBron for 20 years. What's LeBron good at? What's the great thing about LeBron? It's not the sky hook. It's not
no. I mean
everything. He does everything really, really well, but he doesn't have a go-to. And I still think to his detriment, that's been a problem. Wemby is in his 3rd year. He doesn't have a go-to. He doesn't have a sky hook. He doesn't have a drop step. He doesn't have an Akeem shimmy. He doesn't have the Shaq strength. He relies on, I'm going to attack you a lot of different ways, and hopefully one of those things will continue to work, and I'll stick with that. That's not the way he's going to be in a couple years. He's going to head toward the paint, but I seriously do wonder at times when we get mad at Wemby for hanging around the peripheral that it's part of the offense to keep him on the court. Because when he does go into the paint and he is going against Hartenstein and Caruso and Jay Will, he's getting beaten to a pulp. So to keep him on the court sometimes, I think we'll just let him take a 3, take a couple crossovers, do what you can, and maybe we'll get him one of those killer threes like he does have a pinch hit for hitting when it really matters. I do think sometimes we shouldn't blame Wemby. I'm telling you, I think sometimes part of the plan is he's not going down there because the beating that he takes, and I need him on the court other times. I hate it. It's not the answer. But I do think sometimes we blame Wemby for that when that's not the plan.
Well, when it goes down the way it does, it looks like you're letting Isaiah Hartenstein dictate what kind of offensive player Victor Wembanyama is, and that should never happen.
Well, it won't. But I think some of that is also how's the game being called. Are they just ripping arms out of sockets down there? Are they really beating him up? And sometimes I think, you know what, this time down, dude, we're going to clear you off a 3. I'm not going to get mad at you if you're not in the paint because the beating that you've taken. That's how losers lose. I mean, that's you can't be dictated to no matter what. But I don't think it's always Wemby's fault is what I tried to get to. I think a lot of times it is. Like, dude, you're settling when the offense called for you to do more. But I think sometimes there's a direct effect. Like, dude, we'll send other dudes. We'll send Dylan Harper or Steph Castle to crash the board for the rebound. You take the shot, which, sometimes that makes some sense, but not all the time, not even half the time.
It just feels like when every other great play, like Steph Curry when things weren't going his way, he was going to find his shot. He was going to take a shot. Luka with this step. I mean, even Shea creating that space in the mid range great example.
Shot.
Or Kevin Durant on the elbow.
Need a go-to.
What's coming, but they can't stop it.
It's coming.
He doesn't have that, and quite frankly, I've seen enough of Steph, and I know this. I know that big men hate being called. Like Blake Griffin hated this. Clint Capella got a bad rap for this. Like all they do is catch lobs and dunk, dude. Catching a lob and dunking it gets you 2 points.
Oh, I don't think that, nobody who dunks is mad that he got a chance to dunk. But I think they do get mad as I'm pigeonholed. Well, Wemby will never
I'm saying is
be
people criticizing him for that.
Wemby, I think some of it is because he's so young and he's going to pout if he doesn't get to do everything, that he doesn't have that. But I think with age comes wisdom, and I think he's going to grow to understand that at my size, I need to be in a position that I have a plan C, not a plan A and B. We know what A and B is. But once you get to C and there's 6 seconds on the clock, do you have a thing that works 50% of the time, 60% of the time? Is it a sky hook? Is it a jump hook? Is it a shot from the elbow for Kevin Durant? Is it the fadeaway Dirk? Is there a move that you can go to when all else fails? He doesn't have that. Now, LeBron never got it.
Well,
never got it.
Let me tell you something about LeBron.
But LeBron got closer and closer to the basket as he aged. He started playing in the paint. He started using his passing game as his jump shot, and he adapted. But he never had the Kareem. He never had the Michael. He never had the move to go just get the bucket.
What year was it where the Heat lost to the Mavericks in the fight? It was like 2010 or 2011.
Right in there.
And it was like LeBron was not going – like they were guarding LeBron with smaller guys in the post, not unlike somebody throwing Alex Caruso at Wemby. And people were going, dude, how can you not punish these guys? And that entire offseason, LeBron worked with Hakeem with back-to-the-basket stuff.
Get better.
And quite frankly, that's still part of his game today that
he
didn't have before.
To the rim as he aged. And I expect that of Wemby. I do. It'll come. But some of it is Mitch just allowing the Mustang to be a Mustang sometimes just to keep him happy. And I think sometimes to our detriment, you're trying to keep him happy with, hey, go cross over and dribble 5 times and take a 3, which that's not how you win basketball games when you got a dude that's 7'5". Everybody knows it, but you're going to allow him those extravagances because he can do that other stuff and because you do want him to get better at that. But last night it was very apparent that when all the things went south, he didn't have something that he could fall back on, rely on. That no matter what, I got that. And he doesn't have whatever that is.
Well, the other thing is, I'm not opposed to the idea that if Wemby didn't work on a single skill in this offseason, I wouldn't be mad if he showed up 25 pounds heavier.
Well, that's
if he could just put on that kind of like some man weight, and like you don't have to gain a new skill or practice this, whatever. Just lift and eat for an entire offseason. Hell, do what Joker and Luka do and just drink a bunch of beer. I don't care. But put on some pounds where you feel more comfortable using your body in the way that it's supposed to be used.
And some of it is, you go lift. The classic example of this is go look at David Robinson when he got here. Now, keep in mind, he was 5 years older than when Wemby got here. But when David got here, he was a skinny dude. He'd spent a lot of time in the Navy, and within 4 years, the dude was rocked because he realized, I feel better, and I can compete better, stronger. Now, I think Wemby's going to get stronger. He ain't ever going to get thick. He's not going to be. Well, I don't want him thick. I don't want all that weight on his knees.
But he
and
needs
ankles.
to be strong enough that we're not.
He needs to be wiry strong, and I do think that he's just not capable of even becoming that. He's 22 and playing 100 basketballs games a year. There's not enough calories in the day to get to where he needs to be. That's stuff you have to do in the offseason, and some of it is just your hormones changing as you become a man. As you get some hair on your peaches, suddenly putting on weight gets a little bit easier, and I don't think he's reached that yet. These are, again, all those things. When you lose, you go, oh, now I'm looking in the mirror. The lighting's right. Now I see all the problems. And we're seeing all the little things
No, we are. Now, right
that
now,
add up. You go, that's got to be fixed. That's got to be fixed. That's got to be fixed. So when you lose, you get to do a little bit of that decompression.
Rob, you notice when we don't say those things after game 1 and 4, it's not just because they won, but it's like I said, look at the shot chart. Because he did the things that he's supposed to do.
Yeah, because it worked.
And then we go, oh, praise. But then when he doesn't, and it doesn't work, it's real easy for us to go, dude, why don't you do what works?
I will say you this, though. There will not be a day ever in Wemby's career where he doesn't take 5 threes. He's going to take 5 threes a game whether you like it or not. And some of it is to be a threat, to open up the lane, to be the gravity, to pull the dudes out, to open up the game for others. Others of it is he's pretty good at it, and he's probably getting better. So we're going to have to get used to the 0 for 5s, 0 for 6, because everybody goes through it. And we're going to have to get used to a 7-5 guy going 0 for 5. But if you think that's ever going away, it's not. It's always going to be part of his game.
So my son, my older son, when he was pitching, he had about 4 or 5 pitches that he believed in. But his best stuff, he threw a curveball that was elite, like a very good spin rate and all that stuff. Probably by far his best pitch. Changeup was probably his second best pitch. Fastball was probably his third best pitch. But as he got bigger and stronger, and he started to be able to push into the high 80s, into the 90s, it like he wanted to throw that fastball more and more. And I would go out and I would tell him, then he'd be getting hit, and I'd go out and I'd say, dude, why aren't you doing what works? And I why don't you do the thing that you know you're great at? And it's once guys start to see, oh, well, I can do this thing pretty good, and this is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can do this. They want to do more of it. And I think that's what Wemby's mindset is. It's like a childlike mindset
Well, keep in mind, you're playing a defender that's trying to take that away from you. So you want to,
Every defender hopes Wemby shoots threes.
Ideally until he starts hitting them.
But even then, he's never going to hit at a rate that's going to make up for what he does in game 1 and 4.
At the end of the day, you're right. If I end up with him taking a 3 at the end of a possession, you're right.
Because game 1 and 4, what he did in those games is unstoppable.
Now, what I'm about to say applies to normal humans, not Wemby. The old application of what's in your bag used to be you do one thing well, you get a scholarship to a D1 school. Mm-hmm. You do 2 things well, you get to play at that D1 school. You do 3 things well, you get paid to play someplace else after you're in school. Well, Wemby's so tall, he's never had to do that. He's not had to add something because it was an absolute necessity. Hell, I'm taller than everybody else, just throw it high. Well, we've seen that ain't it anymore. And I think we've seen that he's now understanding of, and some of it is a product of the season, that the physical condition required to get yourself to the finals is above and beyond anything you've ever experienced. This is boot camp, the crucible for him. None of these guys have ever been through this. So now you get the realization of the kind of physical condition you've got to be in, and then the idea of guys literally allowed to beat the living crap out of you in ways that you weren't even allowed to touch me for 4 months. And now that comes. So all those are piling into a game like last night where you were a no-show. You were exhausted. You had no extra any oomph of any type. You even tried to fire yourself and the team up, and after you came out on the court, you turned the ball over. So it was an utter collapse of effort and ability and conditioning. I mean, at the end of the day, you just weren't in good enough shape. And I'm not mad at you. You didn't know how good a shape you needed to be in. Now you do.
We've talked about, and Wemby's had such a fantastic playoffs that you and I have talked about. It almost feels like he's winning next year's MVP in these playoffs.
Well, last night didn't help.
This next game, how he follows up that dud is going to be so telling of what people think of him going into next year. Mm-hmm. No one doubts that he's got superhuman abilities. No one doubts that he has all the potential in the world. But if he does not fix the mistakes he made in Game 5, if he plays another game even close to Game 5 in this series, that is going to follow him into next season. Will. Fair or not fair?
No, it's fair. It will be absolutely fair.
But that's what's going to follow. Like, well, when the going gets tough, does he shell up?
Yeah, where were you?
Does he start chucking threes?
Stand up there and take threes. Over physical by Isaiah Hartenstein? You're an MVP, and Hartenstein took you out of the series.
That's who decided what kind of an offensive player you are. That can't happen.
So I hope that's what everybody's telling him.
The greatest, and this is when I talk about Wemby being a great player, I'm again, I'm not talking about the defense. He can't improve it. It's elite. But what keeps him from being a great offensive player is, and some people would say this is a good thing, he takes what the defense gives to him rather than forcing the defense to try and stop what he's best at. Mm-hmm. And that is not what the greatest players do. The greatest offensive players, they do what they want to do, and you got to figure out a way to stop it.
And Shai Gilgeous gets to his spot.
Great example. Yeah. Shai is probably the best example going right now.
Get to your spot. But does Wemby have a spot? See, I don't even know if he has a spot.
It's 1 foot from the rim.
Well, I mean, there's a – yeah. But
did Shaq have a spot?
Well, Shaq was different. He was a bowling ball. Wemby is a toothpick. So there's sometimes he just can't physically get there yet. But there is not a 15-foot in, this is what I do move.
No.
He doesn't have that.
No.
And at some point, you're going to have to get that.
Or just find a way to be a bowling ball.
Well, I mean, that's never going to happen. It's just not. Now, 80% of the time it will. But on that other 20%, when we absolutely need you, what's your plan B and what's your plan C? He doesn't have it.
And, Dikembe Mutombo was never a great offensive player. But Dikembe Mutombo did stand around the basket. He found a way to get around the basket, and if Dikembe Mutombo scored, it was from within 3 feet of the basket. Just do that.
Yeah, no, don't be Mutombo. Get out and hit the threes. Be the mobile dude. Be it all that. I mean, there's a reason why he is the next coming, because he can do all that. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's going to have to grow into it.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You think about all the teammates that had to cancel their plans when Dak Prescott had to cancel his wedding.
They're probably pissed off about it.
Did you see the rumors over the weekend that Dak was at an event with the
bridesmaid?
The bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Now, they say there's nothing there.
Uh-huh. Where there's friends with benefits? And when did this affair start?
They said
they've known each other since college.
Yeah. I mean, they said they're just friends.
Sure. With benefits.
You don't know what benefits are there. I mean, you can have a female friend that does not include benefits.
No, I get that, but I'm not an NFL quarterback either. If I was an NFL quarterback, had as much money as Dak Prescott, I'd probably have several female friends with benefits.
Well, again, that explains why he doesn't have a fiancée anymore.
Exactly.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Children want and need to be active. Sometimes everyday activities can be difficult for children with asthma. May is Asthma Awareness Month. The City of San Antonio Metro Health's SA Kids Breathe program is here to help. This free program offers education to better understand and control your child's asthma. If you have a child with asthma between the ages of 3 and 17 and live in Bexar County, call 210-207-7282 or visit sa.gov/health.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together we pick vegetables and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all get distracted when we drive, whether it's from our phones or kids in the backseat bickering. But how we handle these distractions can be a matter of life or death. Before you get on the road for your next road trip, please put your phones on silent and take a mental note to focus on driving.
Paid for by NHTSA.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Broadcasting live from the face of the sun. It's the Morning Huddle. AJ ducked out to take a little sponge bath.
Yeah.
We're down to our last bits of clothing. We didn't have a double donger yesterday. Rangers scored, 10 runs?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they scored 10 runs. Had 2 homers, not our guy.
He had one. Jock Peterson had one.
Yeah, but not our guy. I think we had 2 homers overall in the 10 games.
Oh, yeah. But Jock Peterson had one. Yeah. So he got.
Was Peterson the pick? I thought it was Jung.
No, it was Jock Peterson.
All right, then.
Yeah, Jock Peterson hit a dinger.
It took 10 runs, but one of them mattered.
So that guy, we got ourselves a at least gave away some tickets.
Gets to go on us.
That's right.
We're gonna do it again tonight.
Yeah.
One last time what's the prize if you're the best baseball team in Texas?
The silver boot.
Is that what it is?
That's right.
Battling it out for the old silver boot.
The silver boot. The Ayatollah of Crapola is Jaylen Browns makes 53 annually. Fox making 49. One was in the MVP odds. The other had some assists. Jaylen Brown's the man the Spurs need in that role. Someone who isn't soft.
Yes, I will agree wholeheartedly. You know who else we need? We also need Luka. He's a good guy. He would be a good guy to have. I like Luka.
Yeah, you got to remember who wanted to come play here was De'Aaron Fox. And this is the other thing. Really, I know it's really easy to badmouth De'Aaron Fox now that the Spurs hit the lotto with Dylan Harper, which at the time there was no way of knowing that was going to be the case.
No.
But let's just say if they hadn't gotten De'Aaron Fox and they didn't hit the lotto with Dylan Harper, you know who would be starting for the Spurs today in these playoffs?
Trey Jones.
Or Jeremy Sohan. Like it would be like we would still be looking at that type of an offense. And do you think that when Wemby went out and it was Jeremy Sohan, Julian Champagnie, Steph Castle, like that, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, that starting 5 would have been winning you games? No.
Well, yeah.
We saw what happens with that 5.
I don't think it's fair that De'Aaron, the abuse that he's taking. Now, I will land on the side that De'Aaron, and I think he would be the first to say, needs to be a little bit more consistent. But right now, he's hurt. I mean, legitimately playing when he probably wouldn't. And we could be to the point where maybe he shouldn't. I don't know how bad it is. I know how bad it looks. I know that he has 0 up off that right ankle. None. He can't jump off it. He's not even trying. So part of his game, if I'm defending him, I know he ain't going by me.
Yeah.
So we have to play him, though, because his backups, both Dylan and Steph, have issues with turnovers. And those will kill you far faster than missed mid-range shots. Those will kill you immediately. You lose immediately with 20 turnovers from one dude. You will lose every game.
And remember that Jaylen Brown has spent the last several years trying to show that he is not just the number 2 to Jason Tatum.
Jaylen Brown's better in every way than De'Aaron Fox. It's not a fair comparison. Jaylen Brown is an MVP candidate who's capable of carrying a team. De'Aaron Fox couldn't even lift Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox is a very good basketball player, but he ain't Jaylen Brown.
But,
and I don't think it's a fair comparison.
But the idea that Jaylen Brown would want to come play with Wemby when he clearly doesn't want to be the second guy. And remember, De'Aaron Fox, because he was willing to be the second guy, that meant that there was going to be sacrifices to his stat line.
I refuse to go down that road. I don't even like entertaining it. Yes, he is very well paid, but you have to take that out of consideration during the season. Now, when we get down the road and when other guys got to get paid, then we'll have that conversation. But right now, he is the most important Spur, was the most important Spur, and continues to be such. We cannot go unless he goes, and that has been repeatedly shown. Now, we can win a game or two, but if we want to win anything, De'Aaron Fox over the next 3 years is going to play as important a role as Wemby, as important a role as Steph, as important a role as Dylan, and he'll get paid 3 times as much to do it. That's part of being a vet. But I'm not going to take anything away from him. Now, I do expect some more. I want him to get better and play better and be healthier. But right now, I'm not mad at it.
But if you think last night was a De'Aaron Fox issue, I just disagree. I think the fact that he's even out there is gutsy. Whereas Wemby does not have a high ankle sprain to lay back on as an excuse. He just is either gassed or didn't want to.
And the sad thing is, we didn't hear from him post-game, so we don't know. I don't know why you didn't play well. Were you just tired? Was it just overwhelming for you? And if you'd told us that post-game, I don't think too many people would have been mad at you. We'd expect more and go, okay, at least you're honest with us.
Well, it's real easy after game 1 to sit there and say, yeah, watching Shea get the MVP trophy motivated me, saying all that stuff. You gotta say something after a game like this.
And if you are flat on your back getting an IV because you're quite frankly completely unable to move, let us know. Victor'd like to be here. He can't. He's not feeling well.
Yeah.
And for us to be in the vagaries of it, you just got your ass kicked and you won't come and talk to the principal. You ain't gonna come out and talk to us after that went down. That's what a 22-year-old kid does.
All right, it's Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres and I have been, we've become friends. We're certainly in a medical relationship. I first met him about 10 years ago, and I walked into the Institute for Functional Health weighing right at 300 pounds and not happy with how I looked, how I felt, and all of those things. This was before semaglutides and the magic pill, so we were told that that's not necessarily true. But to lose weight back then, you had to find a way that you could live with it and then hope for the best. That wasn't what Dr. Torres' plan was. He knew that to lose weight, you had to have a new relationship with the food that you were eating. You had to have the mental understanding of how your physicality is affected by the food you're putting in your stomach. And once you put all those things together, weight loss is possible and even probable when you understand what you're doing. Man, I'm 75 pounds down. I have never had to take a shot or drink or take a pill. I learned my relationship with food matters. How I eat, when I eat, what I eat, and all of those do go into it. And you don't have to give up a bunch. If you're ready to lose weight and you want to do it without the help of pills, you can do it from now on. I want you to call Dr. Torres today. The number's 210-468-1891. Let him explain to you why he's been so successful with thousands of people like me, like you. Go to his website, IFF Health. It's a valuable resource. Listen, if it's time, call Dr. Torres. He's going to help you down the road. And when you get there, I want you to come by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working that trouble spot. I-10 eastbound just before La Cantera Parkway. Left lane blocked. 15-minute delay has you slow from Bernie Stage Road. It's a rollover accident. New Sulphur Springs at Foster Road. On 90 eastbound 211 to General Hudnell, that's filling in, slowing down. We are getting reports of a vehicle fire. It looks like it's been tapped out. Commerce at Callahan. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Diamond Tea.
Go ahead, sip into summer with Red Diamond. Fresh brewed with just 3 simple ingredients: tea, water, and sugar. Always cold and ready in the refrigerated section. Red Diamond Fresh Brewed Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
O'Reilly! Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, all the reaction to a crucial Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals.
We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and now turn our attention to the must-win Game 6.
It's going to be fun. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the college football world, the NCAA has denied Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby's request for reinstatement for eligibility for this season. Sorsby had completed his 35-day inpatient rehab for gambling addiction. The Texas Rangers beat the Houston Astros last night 10-7. Jake Leiter takes his second win of the season. They continue their series tonight. First pitch 7:05 from Globe Life right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sing it, Vic! Oh, you sound just like the real guy, Vic.
Thank you.
I have heard so much. Yeah, I might just be a hater. It's entirely possible that I'm a hater of the New York Knicks. I have already heard so much of Jalen Brunson is 4 wins away from being the greatest New York Knick in history.
Well, you bring a title, dude. It's hard to argue. You bring a title that something happened since 73 that Ewing couldn't do, that the myriad of superstar coaches that came through the building couldn't do.
Walt Frazier did do. Willis Reed, these are names that we're like Earl Monroe that we're saying, yeah, he was he was good, but he wasn't Jalen Brunson good. We're caught up in the moment, man.
I think we are, obviously, but at some point, what is Brunson going to have to do for you to give him any kind of freaking respect? I mean, what is he going to have to do? I mean, beat
Oklahoma City.
Well, if he does,
because it was this, and
that's what they're saying.
This feels so much like Tyrese Halliburton 359 days ago.
It does, but Tyrese was drafted, and the Knicks went out and got him and said, we got you because of this. Now, has he outperformed even the wildest expectations? Yes. I think that that at some point, guys like us who've been a doubter because of his size and all that, and his professional victimhood on defense, are going to have to accept the fact that the dude is really, really good. It's not just streak. He consistently wins basketball games. The likes of which he doesn't do it like Steph Curry. He does it in an entirely different way. He does it inside the three-point line, the old-fashioned way. And we're going to have to give him the kind of respect that I think he's about to earn. Like, dude, I think you might deserve all the praise.
Well, first, remember, Tyrese Halliburton was not drafted. He's another Sacramento King that they shipped off after 2 or 3 years they gave up on.
He was an acquisition that, and he almost damn near did it. I mean, he damn near did it, and he hit those shots. But Brunson now, this is kind of sustained. Like we've done this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I feel like it's very similar in that he's having a special run. I don't know that
He did it last year too.
Where'd the Knicks go last year?
Well, I mean, they didn't win it all, but they won it because the game. I mean, didn't they exit Boston because of his great play? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I will never consciously put him on the list that he's about to join if they win the title. I won't, because it just won't come to me. But if you take the name away and you just lay down stats over the last 3 years, it's really difficult to not include him with the very best. And now, if he doesn't win and he goes down the way that I honestly expect him to go down, I don't think they can beat Oklahoma City. I think for it to happen, there's going to be some weird stuff to go on, because Oklahoma City, by my vantage point, which I'm seeing them every night, is just a better team. But if he does manage to do that, gosh, I'm going to have to – I mean, a bunch of us are going to have to swallow a pill and go,
maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Begrudgingly, you guys saw it before I did, and I didn't give him the respect. But my gosh, what else will he have to do?
But I refuse to swallow these pills before they're fed to me.
Exactly.
Because I still don't. I'll believe it when I see it. And
I
right
think
now,
both of us are in the same boat. But I'll be damned if he doesn't continue to overcome every time I don't think he can do it. He keeps doing it.
You're blitzing through the Eastern Conference playoffs, where
and that's what I'm saying. I feel like, dude, I don't care who it is coming out of the East. You're not. It's 6 games. Will be lucky just because of this team that I'm seeing. But if he does manage to do it, man, I think we're all just going to have to swallow our pride and say, you know what, you are.
Maybe
and then
so.
Next year when you're not, because there's no way you can sustain this at your size, and you do it again, well, then I'll put you someplace where you belong.
Is Jalen Brunson a top 10 player in the league?
If he wins this one, yes, without hesitation, and you can't argue no. And even though I can name 6 guards that I'd like to have before Jalen Brunson,
so
you win a ring and you take that team with Karl-Anthony Towns.
If Tyrese Halliburton would have won last year, he'd be a top 10 player in the league.
I think you would have to go scoreboard. Yes.
Luka doesn't have a ring. Is he better than Luka?
Scoreboard.
Wemby doesn't have a ring. Is he better than Wemby?
Scoreboard.
Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying, you get a ring, you suddenly get scoreboard that no one else has. I mean, at some point, there's nothing else to argue about other than
what I'm saying is
frame of mind or perception.
They're saying he might be the greatest New York Knick of all time, and if we redrafted the league today, he wouldn't be one of the first 10 players taken.
Probably not. No, but I mean, it's like.
But he's the greatest in franchise history. That's crazy.
The closest you can come up to when you're talking the Knicks is a dude that hadn't played in 25 years in Pat Ewing, or a dude that hadn't played in 50 years in Clyde or whatever.
Walt Frazier,
or Walt, you go, or Pearl, or any other. You go.
They don't have a history that makes.
I
get it.
Kind of a short list, so maybe, but I don't think anybody in their right mind looks at Jalen Brunson and goes, "Oh, build my franchise around that dude." No one does. But at some point,
only James Dolan, who we all agree is like one of the most buffoonish owners in the history of the world. And he just found he got lucky. Everyone, like, you flip a coin 50 times, it's going to land heads at least once.
And it did. And if he goes and gets a ring, you kind of got to go. And I don't like bringing this up, but I mean, it's kind of like Avery Johnson got a ring, and you go, he got a couple of rings. Avery Johnson got a ring.
Yeah.
That guy couldn't play his way out of a paper bag, but because he got a ring, dude, it's hard. I have to give you that respect. It's begrudging, but I got to give it to you.
Well, and this is even different than that, because this is him driving the ship.
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about 3 years now of him being the best player on that team, and the team getting better and better and better. I mean, at some point, I got to acknowledge it, even though he's responsible for 60 points a game offensively, either by passing, the hockey assist, or the assist, but he also gives up 25 on defense just because he can't guard anybody.
Yeah.
He's as much as he tries, you're a lane jumper, you're a pass interceptor. You're not a man-on-man defender. Every time they see you, they take you into the paint. And the good teams will beat you like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think they have a chance to win, because their best player is also a defensive victim. And it's just, you don't win that way.
It is hard to win that way. But yeah, I just think that it's another example of us getting caught up in a moment.
Well, yeah, but if you're going to tell me Brunson is better than Clyde Frazier or Earl Monroe, it's apples to oranges, man. Because if you run film side by side, yeah, he's going to look a lot better because they play the game different. But the output is they got a ring, he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and Patrick Ewing doesn't have a ring.
And
Patrick Ewing's
Yeah, he is the greatest Nick to ever play. I don't think anybody would take.
He just happened to play in the Jordan era,
and the Tim Duncan era.
Yeah,
the time he got the chance, Tim put him to bed.
Yeah. So it's very short-sighted.
It is, but I think it's because it's him.
I think it's because it's New York.
Well, if he was doing the same thing and you name the town and he had got them to the finals the way they've done it, I think he'd be talking about the same way.
Not
San Antonio with 5 rings. No.
Would Linsanity have been what it was if Jeremy Lin played for?
Oh no, the
Portland Trailblazers.
It's the New York Knicks.
It blows up in a way that is otherwise wouldn't have.
But it's magnified to an extent that if it had happened in Portland and at the end and they win it and you go greatest Trailblazer of all time, you go, well, is he better than
Clyde Drexler
or Bill or Clyde? Well, Clyde Drexler's the better example because he's the greatest Trailblazer ever put on a uniform. Even though Bill Walton won a uniform, Clyde is the Patrick Ewing. There's no way that Brunson will ever play enough and do enough to be better than Patrick Ewing as a Knick uniform. But suddenly you put a ring on, you get the escalator up. You get to join him just by default.
I'll hear that conversation when he's got multiple rings. Okay.
See, now you even raise it. I mean, these dudes haven't won a ring since '73.
Yeah, you got.
Just put one ring on, you get to eat free forever in New York.
Well, yeah, it's got to be more than that. Sorry. All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up the third hour of the program. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Who else is on that list? I hope they're drinking Connecticut water. San Antonio, we've had a drinking problem for a long time. Our aquifer, but there's plenty of water, not a problem there. But what comes with the water's always been a bit of a problem. You know what I'm talking about. You see it in your house if you don't have a Connecticut. It's that white powder you see on your dishwasher, all those glasses after you get done washing. That's not soap. That's the residue from your water. And all that stuff at the bottom of the dish when the dog drinks all the water and just a little bit there, it's that white powder. Maybe you feel it on your skin. Maybe you're seeing all your whites turn slowly gray. That's your water. It's not your appliances. It's not the soap. It's your water. Fix that and all the other things go away. That's why Connecticut has been part of my household from the very first house I bought 30 years ago. Connecticut has been taking care of me, and in that time, I have not once had to replace an appliance, not once had to fix a pipe due to sediment buildup. None of that has ever happened because the Connecticut takes care of that water the moment it enters. Then I got something extra. I got this reverse osmosis drinking station about 5 years ago. Took care of the water bottle habit, never had to buy another one. I want that for you, and that's free right now when you buy a Connecticut. Yep, you get the K5, the good one, free of charge. Call Connecticut today. It's 656 Pure. Go to their website, ConnecticutSA.com, for all the details, but get yourself a Connecticut and thank me later.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
As a parent, you said you'd never give up the convertible.
Look, the van even has its own vacuum.
You said you'd never stop listening to your music.
Do your happy dance, do your happy dance, yeah.
You said you'd never schedule your life around a stuffed animal.
Nobody panic. Bun Bun is still at daycare.
You said you'd never give in to demands.
2 kids' meals and a chocolate shake.
And never put them in harm's way.
I'll be right back, little man. Just gonna pop in the store for diapers.
But never happens. And no amount of time is okay to leave your child in a car by themselves.
Long line today.
Temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you every time you park the car. Stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's Military Appreciation Month at North Park Chevy. Service members get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $15,000 off MSRP. Drive the 2026 Colorado with 0 payments for 90 days. Or take home a 2026 Equinox LT for $26,359 with 2.9% financing. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes off Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Let's be honest, watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday.
Play ball!
Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, there's a lot that's been said about the ladies of San Antonio, but, and especially after Spurs wins, we've seen some of them running up and down Military or Commerce. Or,
body positive. We're body positive here in San Antonio.
Well, there's a couple gals who, you know, it's actually positive.
Yeah,
you were mentioning the pair that's behind Mitch.
Our influencers with the massive tracts of land behind Mitch.
Yes, one in purple, one in orange.
Her name is Blue.
Yep,
something blue.
They are both content creators.
Which
one of them has an OnlyFans. She's on X. Her name is Blue Berry, Beari 3.
See what she did there?
Yeah, Blueberry.
Yeah, see what she did there.
Where she promotes her OnlyFans. She has 187,000 followers on X. At least she did as of yesterday. Her friend Julie J. Swan is a TikTok star, and they were there for Game 3 and Game 4, and I don't know how these girls afford the seats. They're like the crazy Hispanic fans. They just get in the best seats. How do they afford it? They show off their boobies, Grandma. That's how they do it. They show off their boobies. But they were wearing their Fiesta colors, and they were getting a lot of airtime.
It's 2 straight games.
So, good news. We're getting, and these are Spurs fans. These are actual, at least they are.
They're cheering.
Yes. But there are some still shots of Mitch that, like, should probably be on. Like, I don't know if they give coaches basketball cards, but, like, wouldn't this be a good basketball card for Mitch to have?
I've seen that one. I'm sure he's proud of it.
Yeah, that's like, someone captioned it, Mitch Johnson had the Spurs ready to play. What a great young coach. Nothing to do with what's behind him. So congratulations, San Antonio. Congratulations, at least those two gals who have stepped up for us.
A lot of money in that OnlyFans.
That's right.
A lot of money.
Well, some of them you only got to show your feet.
Things you got to do.
Get paid. Hey, do you have the? Did you pull up the clip of that broadcast from?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, this is the ESPN softball broadcast. This was Texas and Arizona State playing on Sunday. This was the Longhorns were up 5-0 at this point. It was the 7th inning. Kevin Brown is your play-by-play announcer. Here's the call.
Wonderful relationship, those two. And she said when you come to Austin, they tell you
Lick
you're
my
going to be
ball
excellent.
sack.
You're going to compete for national championships as an assistant.
That came from inside the building. That was in the press room.
No, that's from the crowd mic.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's
somebody leaned up to the crowd mic. And
somebody
said that.
definitely leaned
Somebody
up to
knew
the crowd
exactly
mic.
what they were doing.
Let's play that one more time, Vic,
Okay, hold on,
because
let me
maybe
think.
not everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Wonderful relationship, those two. And she said when you come to Austin, they tell you
Lick
you're
my
going to be
ball
excellent.
sack.
You're going to compete for national championships as an assistant.
When you come to Austin, they tell you, lick my ball sack. I love how he just keeps doing the play-by-play like nothing happened. I feel like I'd be like, oh, sorry for the hot mic there. That's
Can we dump this?
that's
Guess
not ideal.
Was Texas winning?
Yes, they were.
Not
They
bad.
were up, and they ended up
Lousy
winning.
call.
They're headed to the Women's College World Series. Where'd that great big girl? Where was she playing at? What school?
A&M. Texas A&M.
And they're still in it too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She swings for the pitches.
I'm
She's,
che-
Oh, yeah,
she
it's my
hits-
girl.
She hits dingers, baby.
I'm cheering for her.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for her, man.
Next stop, Norman.
Oh yes.
Buffet table. That's going to be a big old line.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of drama around the Lady College World Series. Did you see?
There's more lady softball on than men's baseball.
Yeah. Jason Williams, the former Sacramento King, white chocolate Jason Williams, got kicked out of the game. He had to get ejected.
Was this kid?
His daughter, Mia, plays for Texas Tech, had transferred from Florida.
You're getting paid.
Where he used to play at Florida, if you recall. And some fans were giving her the business, and White Chocolate was having none of it. And him and some fans got thrown out. She got hit by 5 pitches in a 5-game series. She hit 2 home runs in the series. I don't think the Gators were very happy with her. And after Texas Tech won, Florida refused to shake hands with them. They just left the field. And so there was it was ugly. These women, I mean, it's.
I'd have seen it.
Remember when the UConn coach Gino Auriemma, when he acted all wild about Dawn State? These ladies' sports, it's way more it's way more rough and tumble than the men's sports. They don't take kindly to losing in these games. There's no room for sportsmanship in ladies' sports.
I didn't know Jay Will's daughter was that good at softball.
Oh yes, Mia hitting dingers, baby, hitting dingers. All right, we got a couple more things to get to. I want to talk about this Netflix show, The Crash. I know you've seen it. I don't know if Vic, have you seen it? This is a terrifying story, and I'm a little mad that I'm not more upset than I was. Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by the City of San Antonio Metro Health. During Asthma Awareness Month, Metro Health reminds you asthma doesn't have to keep you off the court. Know your triggers, follow your game plan, and stay ready to play. Go Spurs Go. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working that trouble spot. I-10 eastbound just before La Cantera Parkway. Left lane block. 15-minute delay has you slow from Bernie Stage Road. It's a rollover accident. New Sulphur Springs at Foster Road. On 90 eastbound 211 to General Hudnell. That's filling in, slowing down. We are getting reports of a vehicle fire. It looks like it's been tapped out. Commerce at Callahan. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
No energy, no sex drive? Go to Synergenics. 1 in 4 men has low T. 80% of women experience hormonal imbalance. Book a free T test and see if you qualify for TRT customized to you. Women's hormone testing is $200 off. Book your appointment at feelgreatlookgreat.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Eric Cargill's family has worked the same land for 5 generations.
If a farmer or rancher gets sick, that's downtime in harvest or planting. Animals don't care if you get sick. You know, I have type 1 diabetes. What if my blood sugar crashes and I'm out in the middle, I'm 30 miles from anywhere?
That changed when nurse practitioner John Hodges opened Rawls Family Medicine.
If our clinic were not here, some of our patients would have to drive up to 90 miles to see a healthcare provider.
Healthcare is not a privilege, it's a right for everyone.
I just want to help as many people in the community as I can.
John Hodges keeps us going, all of us, and that's kept our farm and ranch alive, and hopefully into 6 and 7 generations.
How has a nurse impacted your life? Share your story at thepowerofnurses.org.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11, great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, there was no joy on military last night as the Spurs fell in Game 5, 127-114. It was a lackluster performance at best. The Spurs were led in scoring by Julian Champagne. He had 22 points. Shot 50% from 3. Wemby had 20 points, 0 from 5 from 3. Lackluster, flat-footed is no way to go through life, so. They'll look to bounce back at home Thursday night, 7:30 tip at the Frost.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, you guys. Good morning, everybody. You know, when you come to Austin, lick my ball sack! That's what they tell you. What the best part was, on the closed captioning, it said, when you come to Austin, they tell you, comma, Nick Mudball Sack.
Hold on, look.
Nick Mudball.
Wonderful relationship, those two. And she said when you come to Austin, they tell you
Nick
you're going to be
Mudball
excellent.
said.
You're going
Baba
Oh, he keeps
That's
on
the
going,
best,
too.
yeah.
He just keeps on talking.
Yeah.
No
Pro.
big deal.
That's a
That's a
professional.
real pro, man. I like, if someone broke into our broadcast and said, lick my ball sack, I would not be able to just ignore it and move on.
I'm trying to.
I know you, but you can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. I got a couple more stories here. I want to talk about this show, The Crash. For those who haven't seen, apparently this is what I found out, and now I've since watched multiple other documentaries about it that aren't on Netflix. The Netflix documentary, and here's the deal on this. If you haven't seen it yet, this gal drives a car into a building with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's friend in it. They die. She doesn't die. And the crux of the story is, did she do it on purpose? Like that's what there was a trial about it. It's a whole big thing. Did she do it on purpose? Was it murder or was it?
And it's all circumstantial.
An accident. They, in the Netflix documentary, they don't do nearly good enough job of painting her in a bad light. Like,
I thought they did a pretty decent job. I think they tried to show early on that it was one thing. By the end of the story, I was pretty sure she did it.
Oh, I was too.
Yeah, I mean,
but what if I told you that multiple times in the days leading up to that crash, she had driven that same route that she never drove otherwise? Like, but she purposefully drove that route multiple times over the prior days leading up to the crash.
But the real question is, did she think that she was going to be able to just kill him and not herself?
I think she thought they were all going to die.
That she was just going to kill herself and
Yeah.
that would be it, and she lived.
Yeah, I think that's what it boiled down to.
All I know is every one of us, every man listening, has dated a woman that at some point you thought, this girl could kill me.
Oh, yeah.
This girl right now, in her frame of mind, given the opportunity, could kill us both. Now, not that it would happen, but I think it's all crossed our mind. And this dude took a right-hand turn with that girl, and she punched it. And one thing, I didn't know cars had black boxes.
I didn't know that either.
I learned something. That in that black box, somebody was trying to pull it out of drive and put it into neutral or something else. And can you imagine the wrestling match going on in that car?
Oh. And they said that the boys knew they were about to get slammed, and so they tried to take their seatbelts off and jump out.
Jump out of the car.
But
that's maybe why they're dead.
In the last 5 seconds, which is all the black box could tell them, that she hit the brakes 0 times. It was full gas the entire time. So she was had it floored to when she made impact, it was all the way to the floor.
This chick trying to kill us all, man.
And then when they did when they showed the recording of her trying to get into his house, and she's like, if you don't let me in right now, it's going to get real bad for you. And you could tell this dude is like, my girlfriend is crazy. You ever date a girl where you know she's crazy and you really know this is a toxic relationship, but I'm in it.
But normally, when you're dating, normally when you're dating the girl with the daddy issues and the real slight Adderall addiction, she's crazy, but the sex is just
she did stuff.
So you keep going back to that, and you're like, she might kill me, but whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
It's worth it.
And then you have that one moment where you're like, this chick gonna kill us both. I got to get out of this.
So imagine this, Vic. Imagine your wife texts you and says, hey, I need a ride.
Okay.
And then I need a ride from work. And imagine you text her and say, I can't pick you up right now. I'm at work.
Okay.
And then she texts back and says, I'm so mad. I'm going to kill someone. I'm mad as F right now. I'm so effing mad. Because you couldn't give her a ride.
I would reply, are you on your period?
And then she said,
you made it worse.
and then you're like, babe, I just can't give you a ride right now. I'm at work. I effing hate myself. I'm ugly, and you just add on to it and make me feel even uglier. You make me feel like I'm worthless. I do so much bleep for you.
And
And
I'm like, I'm on the air,
That
babe.
doesn't sound
I
like
can't
a
leave.
16-year-old girl.
And
right?
And he said, babe, you don't have to do anything for me, and I'd probably be happy.
Well, there's some things.
And then she said, now I'm at your bleeping house breaking down your door like you cause pain to me for no reason. Then you wonder why I'm so stressed. I'm trying so hard to please you, but it's never enough. Yeah, this girl is
my Lord.
crazy.
You know, it's funny they show this, and she obviously was deranged, but it is rare that the girl kills the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the other way around. So I think there's the man bites dog part of this, but she's an arch criminal. I mean, she's an arch villain.
Okay.
She planned it. She wanted to kill him, and she killed him.
Here's another that I saw in a different documentary. When she's talking to the police for the first time with her mom in the room, she starts talking in like this weird gibberish language, and her mom can speak back to her in the same gibberish language. It's kind of like Pig Latin.
I didn't hear that.
But
what?
But apparently what she asked her was, do you think I can tell them I had a seizure? And the mom says, yeah, go with the seizure thing. And so that's shown in a different documentary.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gal who was in prison with her who said like this contrite, like sad girl, that is not her in prison. They said that she's basically the Regina George, the mean girl of prison. And she's got all these sugar daddies buying her makeup and sexy outfits to wear while she's in prison, which I didn't know you could do that. But
you can do that?
Yeah, apparently so.
All right.
Apparently
Well,
so.
I mean,
There
I
we
guess
go.
guys are turned on by the bad girl, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, I didn't even need to know about the gibberish talk and the fake seizure. I know she did it. You know, I mean, they can throw that out. And okay, we'll throw that out. There's everything else that tells me you're psycho.
Yeah.
And you'll never get out of prison.
Also, now, this, you can't necessarily point blame, but if you were looking for someone to blame, it'd be real easy to pick someone.
About daddy letting him smoke weed.
A year, just a year after Dominic, the boyfriend, was killed,
okay,
his gravesite was burned to the ground. All that was left was a cement cross. All the stuff that was around it, piled up around it, like the flowers and the teddy bears and stuff that the kids had left, all of it got lit on fire.
Who do we think did it?
Who do you think
Well, I
did
thought
it?
she was in jail.
No, she wasn't in jail
well,
yet.
then of course she did.
Yeah, of course she did. She's a crazy person. Crazy person.
I appreciate the fact that she had a secret language with her parents.
Dude.
Little giggle
I
snort language.
was like, what are they saying? And then there's someone who's saying, like, yeah, it's like a language where you switch around vowels and consonants.
Like Pig Latin?
Yeah, but I can't imagine, like, being able to do that. Like, this was, and they're like, oh, that's seizure. Like, if you say all of the consonants, you make the vowels first, and then you say the next line of consonants, and then vowel. Like, you gotta have, your brain has to work different to be able to do that. But
the easier say.
It's kind of like that. It's very similar, but they were doing it really fast, and the cops were looking at them like, what are you guys saying here? Yeah. So this gal is the devil. She is a demon. Again, make your own conclusions.
Well, I mean, not only the conclusions are obvious, and the guy, I pity the boyfriend, but the poor friend who just got in for a ride home.
Dude, yeah, I'm just trying to get a ride
Like,
home.
dude, you know your girl's about to kill us.
I don't know you. I guess he was the same age as her. They went to school together.
Can we stop the car and you can end it both? And I'll just call the cops.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to call the responders.
And you could tell this girl never had a consequence in her life.
Her parents are teachers. I saw that, and they were like, yeah, marijuana use, no big deal, which, I mean, whatever your belief is. But after your kid kills someone, you need to kind of re-examine how you parent.
You need to ixnay the Aramana way is cool
Obviously, your way of raising your children is a little flawed.
Well, yeah, and also,
don't rest like, hey, we didn't do anything wrong.
Their 16-year-old daughter was, like, smoking Cheech and Chong joints on TikTok.
Like, all the time.
Yeah.
You didn't do a very good job, bro.
Also,
and don't try to defend it.
Yet another example of gals look so crazy when they put on these wild-ass eyelashes. I like...
That's for the next generation. That's
like, if you put on a little bit of eyelash to, like, where it looks like you've got naturally full eyelashes, it's one thing. But when it looks like a monkey hand coming off your eyelid, that's too much.
I don't know why the younger generation is attracted to the Muppets, but
I don't know either.
I don't get it.
And then eyelashes fall off all the time. It looks even crazier, and I don't know. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. All right, let's take a quick break. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a trouble spot on I-10 eastbound, that on-ramp from Loop 410. We've got an accident right side of the entrance ramp blocked. It's causing about a 20-minute delay, slow from De Zavala. 410 eastbound Callahan, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder, and 410 southbound Ray Ellison, disabled vehicle right shoulder blocked. Also noticing a little bit of a delay along 1604 northbound from 151 to Houseman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If pain is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We target the source of your pain for fast, lasting relief. No pain pills, no surgery. Most patients notice results in just one visit. We accept most insurance plans, so getting help is easy. Don't wait. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I would love, in this moment, to sing along to a Taylor Swift song. It's very difficult while I'm coated in sweat.
If that's what it took.
I'm beat down. Hey. Man, thank you for playing this, Vic. It does make me feel better, but...
Does it?
I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
You're like Wemby.
I know.
Flat-footed, without a plan B.
That's it.
Well, she is a maniac.
No way to go through life. Tired and flat-footed.
You could tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got along with stalkers slow.
I don't think this is helping.
You're right.
She's a loca.
You love the game. Hey, did you, we were talking about OnlyFans?
Uh-huh. I know my account expired.
Oh, gee. Does your wife let you look at that kind of stuff?
We have an account together.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we're weird.
All right. Hey. No.
You have to have an account?
I think you got to.
Well, it was banned for a while, but when I used torrents to get in.
You were banned from OnlyFans?
Not banned. The state banned it. Like the way Pornhub. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
OnlyFans isn't allowed either?
I got kicked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I thought you, when you went on OnlyFans, and honest to God, I've never been on. I thought you chose someone that you would pay to
You
watch.
do. Yeah, you have you subscribe to certain people.
Yeah,
So you don't, but that's an account with that individual.
Yeah,
not
but
with
so you have an
OnlyFans.
account and you could subscribe to multiple people through your account.
So you set up an account and then it starts taking money out of your card.
So now-
who you subscribe to, that's how it works.
Did you and your wife pick out the people you were subscribing to together?
Yeah.
Like, did you? What does she like? The same kind of stuff you like?
Mm-hmm.
She likes heavier girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's other stuff.
There's a few.
No, I've been told. Again, never been there.
Okay.
There's other stuff other than OnlyFans, or other than nudity.
Oh yeah.
What else is there?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
There's
Like
some
YouTube, like
some
how-to?
fights get streamed on OnlyFans sometimes. Like I've seen that. Yeah. So Vic,
that girl driving crashed.
is there ever does she ever subscribe to Dong?
No.
Okay.
Dong.
Yeah, like a man site.
There's a man site called Dong.
No, but I'm like I didn't want to say the South Carolina game. You know, I didn't want to say that. Like, does she ever want to see that?
But
Like,
are there men on OnlyFans, or is it only women?
There's everybody's on there.
yeah, man. You could-
So you're just talking about subscribing to it.
I'm asking if his wife ever wants to subscribe to dudes,
Oh yeah.
You didn't
I know
have to
what
leave
you mean.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You just,
but she doesn't want to do that. You guys only want to look at gals.
Now
huh?
she makes about. My wife makes about I don't know $300 a month posting pictures of her feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She makes $300 a month doing that.
Yeah. Started out at $20. And
How
we
many
did-
how many subscribers?
why are
does
we
she
just
have?
learning this?
About I don't know about 20, 25, 30 I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Who takes the pictures?
She does.
Well, you don't ever do it?
Nah, once in a while.
Like if they say, okay, I want to see you smash up a banana with your foot, will she do that?
Oh, I don't know. She hasn't told me.
I mean,
that.
she'd charge
I'm
extra
pretty
for that, I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
but like,
Well, what's she doing with her feet?
Just
Like
just
nails are done and everything
Yeah,
looks
that's it.
pristine?
That's it. In different shoes, just there.
really? Does she
Yeah.
never have to show her face?
Nope.
Dude, I'd do that in a second.
Oh, no one's paid for your feet, Bubba. Oh, lordy.
It's a big world out there, AJ.
Oh no.
It's all like it looks
It's a big old wide world out there,
looks
man.
like a bat.
I look like, dude, Rob's feet look like they got stuck in a meat grinding accident.
Yeah, my feet are not, but I'm just telling you, it's a big world out there.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while though, but we haven't checked lately. But 1 month.
I'm
in
intrigued.
20 days, we made $300.
So how would people know to see my feet?
Like,
Do
yeah,
I need
like,
to
how do they-
advertise
you're-
my feet
no,
and
they're-
go, if you'll
you're in
pay,
cate-
I'll give you better feet pictures?
No, you're in certain categories,
Okay.
and then I guess.
So does she have like a teaser photo?
Like
Like,
a
hey,
teaser
you want
with like a toe?
You
Like,
want to see more of
wanna
this
see
foot?
all the toes.
Yes.
Does your wife have really big feet?
Size 9.
Okay.
Wow.
So is there anything like spectacular about them, or you just got to be
They
willing?
just-
You
they
got to be
just-
willing to show them off.
They just look perfect.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
They're
I'll be
perfect.
damned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a
I
question.
think I have a sample here.
Oh my gosh. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I was like, I had a whole story I wanted to tell, and now I'm fascinated by. I just learned something new about this about Vic.
Yeah.
Okay, Vic. Let's say.
Go. Let's see.
No, she's not doing anything with her feet.
See? Just like that.
So how much is that? How much is that worth?
I don't know, but she got about $20 for this one.
So I mean, like these are people who subscribe to see all these photos, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I need to open up an OnlyFans. I'm serious. Just take a picture of my mangled foot and see how much money I can make off of it.
What if there was someone who said, "Hey, I'd love to see your husband's manhood between your feet"?
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that.
What if they said, "We'll give you $500"?
Nah.
For a 10-second clip.
And no one would ever see your face.
No faces.
No faces.
Just you making love to her feet for 10 seconds.
You know what the next sound out you would hear?
Cha-ching!
Zip.
Yeah, direct deposit.
Zip.
I don't know. I never thought about it. But
there are people who will pay for that.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what
That's
people
what I'm
would
saying.
pay for.
So if I can make $20 off a foot shot.
Yeah, there's even a section where
if
you want to see people in diapers.
Oh yeah,
there's some weird people.
And you think people don't want to see my
Does
feet.
she ever put stuff on her feet, like
toe rings and shoes? That's it.
But she won't put like chocolate syrup or
she
nothing
hasn't,
like that.
No,
dude,
she hasn't had any requests for it, but she hasn't told me.
She needs to make a menu.
Oh,
she needs to say, "Hey, for X amount of dollars, I'll put chocolate syrup on my feet."
Yeah, man.
Okay, what about this? Okay. What if they said $100 and you put chocolate syrup on your feet and your husband licks it off? Like they want to see you lick her toes.
Nah, because you can see my face.
But you could wear a bandit mask.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could put on a gimp mask with a zippered mouth.
Yeah.
How do you know what that is?
Borrow AJ.
We've seen Pulp Fiction.
I've seen the gimp.
Bring out the gimp.
Can I borrow yours?
It's a little sticky, but...
Bro, when I was this is one of the craziest things ever.
I got one for you.
When I was after Hurricane Harvey.
Okay.
I was doing like cleanup for people whose houses got flooded. So I was like tearing out drywall and flooring and all that stuff and like trying to help the city recover because I'm a man of the people. I don't like to say I'm a hero, but I did some heroic things. And we go to this one guy's house. And he is he's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. He's into some weird stuff. He has a gigantic, and when I say gigantic, I'm talking like a 10-foot long by probably about 4 foot tall painting of himself with a lion's mane.
Oh my God.
I'm liking this guy.
Fully nude. Laid out, fully nude. It's just him with a lion's mane.
I have that.
But when we were going through all, like we're tearing out all this furniture, and he's like, we're like, hey, you got to empty out your dressers, and all this stuff is ruined. Once you're in floodwater, this stuff isn't salvageable. You can't just put it in the laundry and it's going to be okay again. Like it's ruined. And he gets to this one drawer and he says, "Oh no, I hope." And he opens his drawer and he pulls out, and it's ruined, this leather mask that is it's a rabbit mask. It's got rabbit ears.
Oh, it's furry?
It's full leather. And it's got a zipper in the back. But it's got there's eye holes and a mouth hole and rabbit ears.
Rabbit ears.
And he says, "It's ruined. It's ruined."
Oh, yeah.
And he had to throw it away. But yeah, so there are people out. You could get a mask like that, Vic, and lick the chocolate syrup.
I used to, my very first job, I worked for a dude that repoed rented furniture.
Okay.
And there was a guy that died, and no one knew he died. And we went to rehab the furniture and knocked on the door, and there was no answer. And then we were kind of rooting around. The place was really overgrown, and we found out the dude was dead. We looked in, you could smell. So we called the cops. And the guys come out, and we go back out a week later to reclaim the furniture. The guy's been cleaned out, and we're going to go get the furniture. Well, we go back in to the house, and they haven't even cleaned up, man. It's awful.
Oh.
And where the guy died, you could tell where he was because there was like
a stain.
Yes.
Gelatinous.
And right next to him was a gigantic phallic thing.
A dildo.
Can I say that?
Yeah. They throw them in the NBA. In the WNBA, it's allowed now.
And then he had taken what appeared to be a vase, like a flower vase.
A vase.
he had defouled this vase.
Oh,
the vase,
no.
And there was like something stuck into it. It was like, keep in mind, this is the early '80s.
This is before
we weren't up to
real
high
dolls.
end. Yeah, we weren't up to high end. Whatever those things were supposed to be, and he had stuck a bunch of like foam in it, and it was lined with. Like,
oh no!
Oh my God! And all around it were chains and Polaroid pictures.
Oh,
the Polaroids are the creepiest.
Of himself using the two things. And the dudes that came and collected this dead body just left all that crap.
Oh, no.
I just want to take some
It
pictures.
it changed my life. I had no idea that part of the world existed. I can tell you that.
Jeez,
I just want to take some pictures.
I'm just trying to take the furniture, man.
Yeah, right.
The reason why I brought up this OnlyFans is a prison warden was filmed romping with an inmate in his cell.
I've seen this movie.
Said she is incredibly embarrassed and regrets the decision that saw her spending her own time behind bars. Linda D'Souza Abreu, a married mom and OnlyFans creator who also happens to be the warden of a prison, decided to film some content.
I saw this on Skinamax.
Went viral for having sex with burglar Linton Wyrick in his cell in London. The footage shows her looking back with a huge grin as he stood behind her with his hands on her hips. She said, "I regret everything I did. I'm incredibly embarrassed." She got released 5 months into her 15-month sentence for misconduct. I had sex with someone I shouldn't have had sex with, and I had an inappropriate relationship, but I didn't do anything else.
Oh. I thought you were going to say, but I do love him, and we are going to get married.
Yes. She says she wants to turn her life around and focus on being a mom. I just want to get on with my life. I want to keep being a good mom to my child.
Stop having sex with cons in prison. Not being a very good example.
Like, there's a lot of.
So she was a warden.
A lot of guys who worry about what their wife is getting into at work. Like if they, let's say your wife works at a strip club. I could see you being like, "Oh, please, I hope you don't work. I hope you don't get with one of the customers."
There are literally bars between you and them.
Yeah, when your wife is the warden, you would assume that she's probably not going to have sex with these inmates, but then she does. That's a rough pill to swallow, Rob. I would say a rough pill to swallow.
Sure, she's a handsome woman.
Rob.
Holy cow!
Hold
Yeah.
on.
I think she
Let me
did
switch
this
the
for the
camera.
notoriety.
Wait. Where's the mouse?
It's right up, Vic. This is
Vic's style right here. She, they call her Warden Thick Bottoms.
Yeah, I'd fall for it.
Yeah, if I don't blame the prisoner one bit.
You want parole? No, I'm good.
One bit.
I'll come back and see y'all next year.
Yeah. If you get caught banging the warden, they're going to add more time. Well,
all right.
Is what it is.
It is. I know, right?
And if she's guilty,
I'm a lifer now.
I got mine.
And maybe you could put her in this jail once you convict her.
You better
to serve with me.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. We'll see what's going on in Hollywood. The Huddle on Hollywood coming up next.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is bring your appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com.
Upgrade your truck without breaking the bank at NAW Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Get weather protection, added security, and durability with the Rough Country 3-panel hard folding truck bed cover starting at $6.99. Or cash in on scratch and dent options like Weather Guard toolboxes, pack rats, and 50 to 60% off a huge selection of new scratch and dent RDS diesel transfer tanks. Skip the big box hassle. Shop local at NAW today. 3027 Kulabur Road. Family operated, community driven since 1978.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh? Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges: mental health struggles, housing obstacles, employment, food insecurity, and social isolation, to name just a few. I'm Bob Woodruff. My family and I started the Bob Woodruff Foundation in 2006 after I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq. Our service members had my back that day, and we need to have theirs now more than ever. At the Bob Woodruff Foundation, we raise awareness about the tough challenges veterans and military families face and invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. And with one solution comes the next. We solve a housing situation, we increase employment opportunities. We solve employment problems, we address food insecurity. We solve food insecurity, we impact physical and mental health issues. Learn more about our work at bobwoodrufffoundation.org/success.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. The sound of a seatbelt. It's one of the most important sounds in our car. It means everyone is ready and everyone is safe. The more our kids see us put on our seatbelts, the more natural it is for them to put theirs on too. Make it a priority. Buckle up every time. Hear the sound? Make it a habit.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation.
Are we on, Vic?
I think so.
All right. Hey, everybody. Maybe we're on.
Yeah, if you can hear us,
all right, we're on.
speak up.
Good golly. We just got it felt like we got attacked by aliens in this room. The speaker started crackling and a transmission was coming through.
We had to replay it. We slowed it down.
And it was.
And it said Spurs in 7.
Oh, actually, when we slowed it down, it sounded like that guy at the Longhorn softball game.
That is like Spurs in 7.
Oh man. We like to see what's going on in this segment. We like to see what's going on in the world of Hollywood with the famous people. I love famous people. I love to see how they're doing. And Rosie O'Donnell is in the news right now. Rosie, who is 64 years old, says that she got a facelift. Now, that's not the surprise part. Now, personally, I do not find Rosie O'Donnell attractive at all.
Well, she doesn't care because she's not on our team.
No. But Rosie, like, you remember the guy in Hannibal? The guy who kept the pigs and he rolled around in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
I feel like her face kind of looks like his face.
Oh, good Lord.
Like that.
He tried to carve his face off.
Yeah, and Hannibal Lecter made him carve his face off. That's what her face kind of looks like.
Well, she was starting with a pretty big lump of clay anyway.
Yes. Well, she says that she got a lower deep plane facelift that cost, quote, more money than I have ever paid for a car. Now, I don't know what Rosie's driving. I'm guessing it's not a Toyota Camry.
I would say probably. I would guess a Subaru, but that's not for an entire day.
You think she's from Oregon?
Oh, I just think
you think the other reason.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, my privileged place in this world, and that feels almost shameful to me. The things I have earned, some say, but it's the gross excess that wounds me. She said she'd always felt very strongly about facelifts and prided herself on being someone who would never, ever have done one. I thought it was a betrayal of feminism, of aging, of our team of women worldwide, and then I lost 50 pounds. She got on the Zempic.
Oh, that's bad for you now.
It made her look a lot different. It made her look melted. So she had to
it diminishes your bones.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? Does she kind of look like that dude?
She looks like
Hold on, let me see.
She looked like Mike Francesa.
She does?
She looks like Mike Francesa.
Yeah, my God, she looks just like Mike Francesa.
Or is it?
It could be. She's doing sports talk on 1010 Wins right now.
I'll be damned. Huh. And she said that this is the worst part. Imagine you spend that kind of money on a facelift. And she said no one realized she had a facelift. After all that, no one could even tell the difference. She said not one person, not a friend, not a stranger, not even people who owe me compliments. My teen daughter has not said a word. Nothing.
What did she have done?
She says she had her face and neck surgically altered.
Oh, so she got everything tightened up.
Yeah,
Just kind of
pulled
things back.
Pulled back.
Well, everybody says they won't till they look in the mirror and go, if I could just fix that.
That's usually the biggest problem with like old people who get facelifts. Their face gets real tight, but there's not much you can do about the
you
neck.
end up with
the turkey neck, the gobbler.
The vaginal,
I like to call it.
The gobbler.
Some of them look more like other things.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You end up with that because you can't tighten it back.
Yeah.
Or you'll never be able to turn your neck. Never be able to turn
your neck. But it does feel.
My biggest fear is I'm going to get so wrinkly I won't be able to open my eyes. I'm like one of those sheep dogs whose skin just kind of hangs over their face.
Now,
Elmer Fudd.
Like have to tape up my eyelids.
Oh yeah, there you are.
You, Rob, are by far the most vain of the three of us. I would say.
I'm a pile of vanity.
Would you ever consider doing facial?
Nothing to the extent I'm not worried about wrinkles, but legit, I'm worried that my eyelids might start sagging over my eyes at some point, and I need to fix that. But I would. I have this great fear. My great grandfather. By the time he died, his ears were the size of a good-sized cauliflower. My biggest fear.
They puffed out?
No, they're just giant. His ears never stopped growing. They were just giant. My fear is my ears, if I live a long and productive life,
I'll be like this.
I'm going to have ears that are like 8 inches long. So if science reaches a point where they can kind of shave them down every 3 years, I'm in.
Okay.
Because
What
People
if you could
go,
just
why
get,
do you wear your hair so long? I'm like, have you seen the size of my ears?
What if you just got those gauges in, like those plugs?
Yeah, those big old holes in there.
The thing is, his ear outgrew the gauge.
Oh no! You just got to go up a size.
You'd have to. There'd be like giant to keep up with the size of the ear. So no, I'm vain, and if my ears continue to grow, yeah, we're gonna be snipping some off.
Oh, now what if your wife wanted to have facial surgery? Would you?
Hey, I'm not gonna step into that world.
I'm nervous about that.
If you want to do it.
I'm nervous because there's so many that are botched.
My wife, I don't think she'd be ashamed to say she's had the tattooing on her eyebrows.
Well, you and I talked about this.
That was a bold step. I was like, baby, they do that wrong.
That's what we talked about.
You're shocked.
There's no way to fix it.
What about Botox?
But hers do look good. They do look normal.
Yeah, they do. You wouldn't know it, but when she was getting ready to go in, you're like, you could look like somebody scared you for the rest of your life. Now, Botox is a slippery slope, man.
It is, man.
I don't know anybody who's only gotten Botox once.
Lip filler, slippery slope.
You get a little bit.
And listen, man, it can look good if you do the right amount.
For a moment.
But first of all, I don't think girls need it. I think for some reason like that, the big lips is like it's a passing fancy.
I agree.
But these gals do too much, and it gets insane. I worked with a gal who got lip filler done right before her wedding, and they overfilled her lips.
Oh.
And she literally, I mean, she looked like her lips were, she looked like a balloon animal.
It looked like SGA.
It was like,
I don't want to overstate the obvious. SGA carrying around some lips.
Oh, well.
Hey, I brought that up there. I was like, God dang.
Dude.
Well, it is. You're right. It's a slippery slope.
You get it's like guys that get tats that get there first, and you see them every couple of months, and there's more and there's more, and there's another one coming.
Yeah,
it's addictive,
yes.
man. Before you know it, they're sleeved out.
Dude, once I got my first one here, I got it. I was like, I'm ready to get another
that
one.
Botox, and you never look like you're shocked or you just look stone faced. I like that. I want more.
Now, heavy Botox people look like they've been embalmed.
Yeah, they look
what's
like
wrong with you're too shiny.
and they don't have emotions. Prince William says that
now he's going to be king.
He's the future king,
okay.
The Prince of Wales. He appeared on a UK radio show and says that he's going to be at the royal nuptials.
What?
The real royal nuptials.
I'm trying to figure out who.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
So he got an invite?
Well, that's what they said. They said, did you get an invite? And he said, no comment. I'm hoping, and I'm sure there might be an invitation around, but we'll see.
When I got married.
Basically, he's begging for an invite.
I got married. I invited David Robinson.
Did he come?
No.
Oh.
But I got a polite, I'm sorry, I can't make it.
That's nice of him.
We invited the president because they send you something. And we invited somebody else.
The president of the United States?
Yeah.
Who was it at the time?
Let's see. That would have been Clinton.
Oh, wow.
But if you invite any president, you kind of get a letter back.
Really?
It's like common knowledge. If you invite the president to your wedding, you get a nice little thing back. And we got that back and framed it. But yeah, they didn't show up. I'd just like to get the confirmation. It'll be me and Secret Service, and the vice president's going to come. So we're going to RSVP for 73 people.
Imagine I show up at the wedding, and now it's the best wedding you've ever imagined.
You know.
AJ, you become very famous.
I know.
Trump gets invited to all these things. You know he gets a lot of them.
This venue will never do. It was a terrible venue.
Shoot,
so
he
I
won't
said,
even go to his son's wedding. You think you're coming to yours?
the greatest Trump quote when they said, "Will you be going to your son's wedding?" He said, "I don't know. I've got a lot going on. I've known him for a very long time.
For a long time. We're talking about your kid, right?
We've known each other for a very long time. I don't know.
10, 15 years.
I don't know if I'm going to make it, but we've known each other for a very long time.
I had known for a long time.
All right.
But Daddy.
Listen, we've known each other. This is someone I've known for a very long time. Believe me, a long time. I don't know if I can go to the wedding. I've got this thing with Iran going. All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, all the reaction to a crucial Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals.
We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and now turn our attention to the must-win Game 6.
It's going to be fun. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
If you're exhausted with no energy and no sex drive, it may be time to head to Synergenics. 1 in 4 men has low testosterone. 80% of women experience hormonal imbalance. At Synergenics, book a free testosterone test to see if you qualify for TRT customized to your body by expert providers. They're offering $200 off women's hormone testing. New female patients can pay just their insurance copay or $99 flat for a full hormone evaluation. Head to feelgreatlookgreat.com. That's feelgreatlookgreat.com.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of feller who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com, because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
We're living through a monetary crime scene, and your IRA or 401k is a key victim. Hi, Dr. Ron Paul here. In 1971, gold was $35 an ounce. After the dollar was cut loose from it, inflation soared. And in just 9 years, gold hit $850. People who diversified into precious metals survived and thrived. Today, we're in a worse position because we face inflation and massive debt. Fortunately, gold is still an option. My trusted friends at Birch Gold Group can help you own gold inside your retirement account. Plus, you pay zero penalties on the transfer. Start now by getting a free info kit on gold. Text the word SECURE to 989898. We're facing the same monetary chaos as the 70s with significantly more debt. Get your free info kit from Birch Gold. Just text SECURE to the number 989898.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, yeah. Let's wrap it up the way we always do, boys. And let's get out of here and get some air conditioning on us. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
Go our ice bath.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
No NBA game today.
I guess I'm going to have to watch the crash.
But the line is up. Spurs minus 3.5 in Game 5. Or Game 6, pardon me.
I think especially in this series, home court is worth 5 points.
It's hard for me to say that when the home team's lost twice in the series already.
You're right. It just feels like the home, especially last night, boy, home court mattered because they're tired too, but they got carried through by a good group of fans. I'd like to see that with the Spurs. I like that number. I'm really curious what they look at. What's the total on this?
219.5. They bumped it back up.
Yeah, that's not a good number. We need to, if Vegas thinks the Spurs are going to win consistently, that number needs to be down.
Yeah. Vegas also adjusted the line. They adjusted their opinions about the difference between OKC and San Antonio last night by about a point. Remember yesterday, OKC was minus 6.5 in a projected matchup with the Knicks, and the Spurs were minus 5.5. Now the Spurs would be minus 4.5. So, and the Knicks haven't done anything to change anyone's mind. So I think the opinion has gone south on the Spurs after last night.
I think after this size of sample, that we can expect Alex Caruso is going to make every open shot.
I'm telling you.
Just
stop thinking he won't.
He's not another. He's an important part of this offense.
Yeah. In the NHL tonight, the Carolina Hurricanes minus 150 road favorites at Montreal. Carolina with a 2-1 series lead. Today we are all Canadians.
Yes. Okay. And let them know why. Why are we all Canadians?
Because I want Vegas to beat a Canadian team in the final, not because I'm scared of Carolina.
Well, not really.
Well, yeah.
If you got to bypass the problem, bypass the problem.
The current prop for the Stanley Cup champion, the Hurricanes are the favorites. They're minus 110. The Golden Knights plus 120.
Where do they start?
They'll start in Carolina.
No, I mean, when the playoffs began, was Vegas considered a favorite, or were they kind of a peripheral?
They were like the 8th or 9th favorites.
So kind of like the Knicks getting. Well, no, the Knicks were actually kind of a favorite. So this is a legitimate surprise in the finals.
Yeah.
That's good.
They've balled out at the right time. We talked about it off the air, but they went 27 minutes of gameplay last night and allowed 2 shots.
And I didn't see the game. I watched the highlights this morning, and I woke up excited for you. But what I saw from the highlights was a dominating defense where there was nobody could skate. There was no shot was going to make it through 3 of those defenders. They were going to put a stick down to their body in front of the puck. There was just no shots to be had.
Colorado didn't score till there was a minute and a half left in the game when they had an empty net, so they were playing 6-on-5. That's when they got their goal. Carter Hart was awesome. Nobody likes him because he's an accused rapist. But
and again, this was the best team in hockey.
Colorado.
Yeah. All year long.
And they got swept.
Getting swept. Unbelievable.
The 4th time in history that a team that won the President's Cup, which is the best regular season team, got swept out of the playoffs. Does not happen often, but see ya.
Enjoy the ride.
Beat it, Avalanche. Major League Baseball. Oh, we got to do the double dong challenge,
quickly.
I'll give you that Rangers Astros line. The Rangers go with Jacob deGrom today. Mike Burrows going for the Stros. The Rangers are minus 145 favorites. Shohei Ohtani going up against Tomoyogo Sugano.
What?
The Dodgers and the Rockies. So you've got a very, very Asian matchup. And a very good matchup.
Very good.
In that game. But the Dodgers are minus 420 favorites. So caller number 5. You play the double dong challenge. See who you think will hit a home run tonight
2 in a row.
Of Mike Burrows.
2 in a row.
Jock Peterson hit one yesterday. We'll have to reach out to that winner and get him some tickets. Let's see if we can get somebody to hit 2 tonight. Blitz comes up at 2 o'clock. We'll see if they've got air conditioning.
Pray for them.
I kind of hope they don't. I want them to suffer what we suffered. We'll see you tomorrow on a Spurs game day. Go Spurs, go.